Two men broke into a drugstore and stole all the Viagra. The police put out an alert to be on the lookout for two hardened criminals. Thanks, Angry Mick.
That's good. All right, I got one. So my missus has got this really weird fetish at the moment where she dresses up as herself and just acts like a total bitch.
You know someone's going to cut that and send it to her.
They better fucking not do.
Or if they don't, I fucking will. Fucking, you know what I mean?
Fuck you. Hit it, Marlon. Hit it.
Good evening, Internet.
Welcome back to another episode of In the Doghouse.
In the Frog House.
Welcome back to another episode of In the Frog House, the podcast that is as unstoppable as Bill Cosby on a coma ward.
Oh no!
Right? Yes, fucking yes.
That's solid goal, son. Solid goal.
Hey, right, Marlon, is it time?
Yeah, ring the bell, right?
Ring that fucking bell. Housekeeping.
Right, merch, buy it. Don't buy it. I don't care. But if you do buy it, it's really good shit.
What do we have, Marlon?
So we've got, I think we've got about 6 polos left. There's a couple of flags left. T-shirts, all in stock. Air fresheners, stickers. What more do you want?
Do you think by the time this comes out, because we're kind of a little bit ahead ourselves, because obviously I'm going on holiday, do you think some stuff might be there?
Maybe.
Some stuff? Just check the website. I would. Just check the website and see if there's another tab there that wasn't there last time.
Treat yourself, comrades.
Treat yourselves.
We'll get into that later, all right?
All right. Well, I'll leave it there. Okay. Also, massive shout out to the Patreons, you absolute scumbags. Literally keeping the podcast going. Patreon's been flying this week. I've seen it. Thank you, everyone.
We really fucking appreciate it.
Discord, as ever. As Will said, the porn section just never ceases to amaze me. Like I say, I've been around.
I've seen some stuff, man.
I've been around on the internet a long time. I've said this many times, but my God, I've seen some things.
So there's some challenging wanks on there, mine. But
There really is.
I forced myself through. You know what I mean? Completed it.
Push through like the challenger I am.
Oh, Jesus. You know what I mean?
Someone's got to do it.
Well, this is it. I'm not going to go into it because there's some video. Because I'm starting an OnlyFans. So
the hairiest of all the OnlyFans.
Look, there's a niche for everybody, all right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
man.
Big, scary Viking bloke.
Yeah.
USP, if ever heard one.
That's it. Your sister's giving me the eye. What can I say? You know what I mean? I'm the first fucking success.
He
Can't
said,
deny it.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
hey, yo. We'll get into that later. You're fucking...
you know, I said I was on Hinge for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you think I'm at?
Is this your first date?
This is it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's been going on about 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Longer than any of my hints.
Hey! Unfortunately, love, there's only one of us conscious during that sort of. If you had guts to, you know what I mean, guts to sell her, you're so quick. But did you notice it was flat?
God.
Saying nothing. Saying nothing.
Oh, Bill Cosby over it.
Right, and if you're on the Patreon, you know how to get the Patreon only merch.
Yeah.
Reg, what does the Patreon cost?
What does a Patreon cost? The Patreon is from £1.25 a month all the way up to £6 a month. Every little helps, like Tesco's, you know. Every fucking, you might think, oh, it's only £1.25. That means a fucking world to us, boys. Like, honestly, the way we are fucking going at the moment, we got big things in the pipeline. We're gonna say this every episode for about 6 months until whatever we're trying to do actually happens. But we are, yeah, we might give a bit more details on it later on because when it's done, we'll obviously tell you because your money that you're helping us out with. So yeah, we really appreciate it, guys. On a serious note, like literally, your generosity never ceases to amaze us, and it's the only reason the podcast still continues to go. So yeah, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
We love
you fuckers to blame.
What?
As I'm saying.
It's your faults.
Like, so I could be at home now.
They tried to cancel us like 10 times. I'm like, well, guys, the Patreon's still going. We've still got the money to keep going. Fuck it, pay the legal fees. Let's go. And who is a sponsor of this episode, Marlon?
The Auto Mover.
It's your fucking boy.
I was waiting for GILO to come in with something, but
Hey! Right, Sam?
The thing is, I'll level all that off in post, but that really hurt my ears now. Oh, yes, the auto fucking mover. He is insured, he is reliable, and he is professional. Marlon, let me paint you a picture.
I'm ready.
Right?
I'm getting comfortable. Right.
Right. I've found the perfect P38. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It is everything I want.
Jewish racing gold.
Yeah, there's no air suspension all works. It's a steel. Some fucking idiot has inherited it and doesn't know what it is. The damn thing's only done 32,000 miles. He's whacked it up on eBay.
He's probably just got eyes.
Wow.
And look
And
at it.
has it got like the
fucking
4
shit
litre
box
V8
it
in
is.
it?
It's only, and it's like, let's say it's only $3,500, but it's in fucking Inverness. What am I going to do?
That's a long way.
You're going to ring the auto
The
mover.
thing is that anything like that would put you off car straight away, wouldn't it? You'd be
Yeah.
like, fuck,
It's too far.
too far. But if you haven't got the fucking time or the effort or the energy, but you've got the money, just pay someone else to fucking do it, mate. Pay someone else to do it. Go to work, earn yourself some money, pay the auto mover. It's simple.
That's
I
it.
am too old for this fucking bullshit of driving around the countryside, looking at fucking cars all day, blah, blah, blah. Just get someone else to do it for you. All that fucking nonsense of ringing your mate up, getting the insurance on the car, and this, that, and the other. Get someone to slap it on the trailer for you. Just one DM.
Take it on home.
One DM. This is what I want. This is where it is. Blah, blah, blah. All the list. Pay the man. Job done.
That's it.
It's beautiful.
You sound like one of those imperialist fuckers. You know what I mean? Imperialist fucking overlords that the DPRC
I'm
stand
the
up
Hitler
against.
to your Stalin. I will chase you out of Germany.
Oh, but we're coming back, motherfucker.
We'll take half your
With
bloody country. So yeah, hit up the Auto Mover at the Auto Mover on Instagram. Links in the bio, links in the episode description. Link is ever you need it to be. Boom. Oof. Right. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's your week been, GILO?
Interesting week. Normally I'm full of angst and venom and how much I hate my job and you know what I mean?
Imperialists.
Imperialists mainly, you know what I mean?
What is it? The bourgeois. That's it. That's what
The
they hate.
bourgeois motherfuckers
The
they are.
bourgeois.
Yeah, basically, normally I'm full of negativity, but today I'm bringing some positivity.
That's nice because
Yeah,
usually
but-
you're very angry.
Normally I am a very angry man, but I've decided now that I'm of a certain age, certain vintage, you know what I mean?
Vintage.
We're glass half full today.
Oh yeah. I've had a drink. Of zero. What the fuck?
He's on the sugar-free Guinness again.
I'm on the fat-free fucking Guinness, aren't I?
Skimmed. Red top.
Yeah, basically, let me paint a picture in your mind.
Yeah, go on.
Right, Taunton Dean coming out of Taunton.
Fucking shithole.
Oh, it's a shithole. Anyway, coming out of Taunton.
You just hate everywhere that isn't here, don't you?
I'm going to build a wall, mate.
What, around your fucking house? I swear to God.
I've already got-
He's already halfway there, though, isn't
I've
he?
already
You know
got
what
a
I mean?
wall around my house.
Fair point. It wouldn't be much of a house if you didn't.
Couple of sentry guns, boom, on there.
That's it. We've got another one now, haven't you? Look at the size of that fucking cannon on it. So I was driving along, listening to I don't know, some audiobook, very nice audiobook about flower arranging, I think it was. And
I never know when he's fucking with me. That's a weird thing.
To go with the wax melts.
I'm straight, sister. You know that. You know what I
He
mean?
thought he was going to keep that off, Mike.
No. I own that shit. It smells lovely. It's like Lenore. It's lovely. It's like wild meadow.
Oh, with mandarin lime and basil.
Mandarin. It's like lemons and citrus and stuff. It's beautiful. Because obviously, as everybody knows, I am a bougie, beautiful princess.
Makes a change from the 75-90 fucking stinks off most of the time.
Diesel. Fucking diesel.
Hydraulic oil, bitch.
I love it. It keeps my youthful look, though. You know what I mean?
So moisturising.
It is. It's beautiful. It's
Got
beautiful.
all of like the dead animals in it.
That's it.
So not good for you. Do not take any advice from these people.
Hey,
I mean, I wouldn't
have I got
age
it?
this man a day over 21.
Oh, see?
Stop
This
chatting
is-
up GILO.
And this is why I'm banging your sister.
Hey, yo. Some of your ex-boyfriends listen to this, so I'm just kind of worried.
Come on round, son. Let's
He's
compare
bigger than you
notes.
are.
It's going to be one of those episodes.
One of those. Right, anyway, so I am driving down to Curnow, nice and steady. And, you know, as you do, doing 70 mile an hour in me imperialist government van. And
Government overspending, isn't that what communists do best, GILO?
no. because the DPRC, we have Orly Fox involved, right? Kieran's going to be on the fucking books. He's a Minister of Finance. He doesn't know that yet, but he will be. He'll be held by gunpoint. And do my spreadsheet, bitch! And anyway, so yeah, I'm driving along, and a very very posh, very expensive looking Hitlermobile, I mean Mercedes, was coming on the slip road. I'm just driving along, moves over to the middle lane. Happy days, just in my own little world, listening about begonias at the time. So we're driving along.
I don't know if it's true or not. It might well be.
I'll show you the fucking episode on the phone in a minute. Driving along. Anyway, she starts pulling out. I'm just like, no, she do, driving along. And she starts pulling into me. So I managed to get over to the fast lane, cut up some fucking prick in a fucking...
Range Rover?
It was a Range Rover. It was a sport! Silver thing,
Sport
Hector.
drivers.
Anyway, so I cut him up, got away. So, of course, I'm giving it the big you on the horn, calling it a wanker and this, that, and everything else. What's the fucking wrong with you dumb bitch, and this, that, and everything else.
You did the classic white van man, throw your hands up like...
What the fuck?
Hey!
What the fuck? Real high-pitched
It's
fucking...
not like she didn't see you.
Well, I'm in a fucking, I'm a big white transit van.
All highway maintenance on the back and all like...
No.
They're big in the train game.
I'm big in the train game, motherfucker. No fucking highway maintenance. They are our mortal enemies.
The sworn enemies.
Highways agency, die. Right, so I'm in me massive rail van, fucking passed on, give it a big fucking
Hand
what
out.
the fuck,
What
hand,
are you
what the
What are you
fuck.
doing, Shag?
That's it. So gets past her, carries on. She sat right at the back end of me, fucking main beam on.
Ooh.
I'm like, look, love, you crack on, darling.
I'm here all day.
I am 23 stone. I have a big beard, and I am a cuddler. You know what I mean? It would be a fucking... Well, yeah, it's not going to that. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit annoyed by this. I was a little bit peeved and a little bit hungry as well. So I was coming out to Taunton Services, and let's be fair, at that time of the morning, all a man wants, apart from a fucking blowjob, is a fucking McMuffin meal.
Oh, yes, mate.
Sausage and egg?
No, bacon. Double bacon, mate.
No.
And we already know you like sausage.
It's a good service as well.
It's a good service, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
McDonald's, Costa drive-through.
I don't do Costa because I'm not imperialist, see? You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't buy into the cliche.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? I don't identify like that,
She walks into work with a fucking peach iced tea with her Gucci glasses on like, bitches.
no.
You made that up. I don't do that.
I would if I could.
Chai latte.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've actually had a chai latte. It's really nice.
Delicious.
I really like it. It's
No caffeine.
Isn't it? It's beautiful.
No headache.
Oh my good God, I felt amazing at the end of it.
I don't even know what the fuck chai is.
Nor do I, but it tastes nice. Anyway, Paul's in the services. I'm thinking, right, well, if you fucking want to go with this, love, let's go with this. Paul's on in. She pulls in behind me, gets out. She is about 4 foot fuck all. She is like wearing obviously what would work in a REG'S sort of oppressive class system. I would say middle class. You know what I mean? DPRC, no class system. We're all equal. Some more equal than others, but we're all equal.
We're going to have to explain to Gabrielle in a minute what the DPRC is.
Yeah. We get there. It's all right.
It's all right. We'll get there in a
We've
minute.
got questions later.
There will be questions!
Please hold your questions to the end of this meeting.
So I pulls over. She gets out. She is screaming at me, giving it the big one. I'm like, look, boy, love, right, fair
Big
enough.
nothing though.
I know, but I mean, she was venting, so I let her vent.
An angry woman.
Yeah, that was it. You know what I mean? So I'm just stood there. I'm thinking, I'm getting really hungry. I'm peckish now. You know what I mean?
Bored of this.
Bored of this. Anyway, so she sat there and I'm looking at her and she's all red-eyed and her face is all puffed up red and what have you. And I looked at her and went, you're all right, love. And she was like, yes, I'm fine. You drive like a fucking brilliant. Like giving it all fucking, you drive like a fucking lunatic. I said, you drove with me, love. You know what I mean? And she's fucking ranting and going and shouting and screaming at me and what have you. And I just sort of said, look, is everything all right? Because you look upset. Looks like you've been crying. And she turned around and she was sort of like, no, I'm fine. And then looked away and I'm like, look, do you want to cuddle? No. And she was like that. And she was all like, no, I don't want to cuddle. Still fucking running. So I just walked up, gave her a good old cuddle.
He's in court next week.
It's all right. I kind of asked permission as I was doing it. I mumbled it as she was shouting at me. She could have heard me. She was shouting too much. And
Did you break her back?
she was less shouting. I was like, yeah. But
Look at the rabbits, Lenny.
To be fair,
I cuddled him too hard.
no, yeah, bless her heart. She sat there and she was fucking sobbing. Bless her cotton socks.
What did you get to the bottom of what it was? Or
Oh,
What had been going
basically
on?
stress. Her husband was a fucking prick and all that fucking shit. So I dropped him my number.
no,
Nah, not quite. What's going to? Thought about
it's
it.
on the back of the van, mate. Network rail.
I got it written in the shit on the back. Just on a big in the train game. Yeah, so no, I ended up fucking being her sat there for about half hour. She was talking like about her husband and I said, look, at the end of the day, love, you're never going to see me again. No one's ever going to hear about this, apart from a couple of thousand people on a podcast. And yeah, so yeah, I was the Taunton Dean counsellor.
The mediator.
30-minute roadside.
30-minute, give her a cuddle.
Gilo's roadside assistant.
Yeah, so
fucking writes itself.
So I sat there and so we sat there. She was all like, I'll give her a bit of blue roll because I had a bit of the door card. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you need a tissue? I've got a roll of blue roll there, love. Hold on.
It's got a little bit of 80, 90 on it. But you'll be all right.
One sheet covered her whole face.
Oh yeah,
Just grabbed the Wonder Wipes out. Took her makeup off.
they're a bit gritty, love, but don't worry about it. It'll be all right. I ended up giving her I had my arm around her, give her a bit of a cuddle. She was
That
like,
is so
venting.
honourable of you, mate.
I thought it was fucking great. I didn't touch her inappropriately once, apart from the cuddle.
Squeezed, fuck bitch.
Yeah, she said thank you.
Thinking of rabbits.
Yeah, I just sort of said, well, I must get on, love. You know what I mean? These trains won't fix themselves. And yeah, and she was like, oh, thank you, it's really kind of you. I was like, just watch where you're going next time, love, all right? Because it's a bit dangerous because that thing's a fucking weapon. I actually spent more time looking inside the car and I was like, fuck me, there's some fucking lights and shit in there,
Damn,
man.
got the semi-analyzed leather in it.
Oh,
Girl.
mate, I'll tell you what, that's 70 grand worth of car all day long, mind. I should have fucking tried to slide one anyway, you know what I mean? But
Got a new van then.
You could not be a counsellor. Yeah, come on in. Oh, you're quite pretty.
see stuff down here,
Talk you into the sack.
So I sat there and my week consisted of me cuddling, I think maybe a solicitor. I don't know what she did, really. It
Mate,
was something quite fucking...
That's very honourable.
Oh, that's very nice. That was very nice.
Good
You've
karma.
done. I'll be honest.
Karma.
You've
Good
done,
energy.
The way I'm going with road rage at the moment, I probably would have called her, told her to get back in her fucking car, you PMS eggless bitch, and that would probably be me done. But
I'd have probably set the car on fire.
fucking barrier, I'll be sending you on the Jarrett's if you were fucking freezing.
You'll be dumped through by the end of the week, love.
Literally, yeah.
But
Brutal jokes.
So I give her a cuddle, and the other 2 weeks, the rest of the fortnight has been an absolute cunt. Big shout out to Sexy Phil Welsh for digging me out the shit by lending me some kit. Because my fucking supervisor's a useless cunt, won't buy me fuck all. Network rail for life. Crack on.
What about you, Scroat?
Yeah, nothing.
They won't notice that. They won't
comparative.
notice that. And the thing is, me and Gabriel don't notice it anymore. Sorry to interrupt you. We don't notice it. I have called my sister Scroat for about as long as I can remember.
I say I was like 10.
I've been called a sweetheart for the last 2 weeks.
Daddy's little helper.
Oh no.
Sit on my fucking knee.
Why did I make that joke? That's not okay. Always put comedy before the things I shouldn't say. But yeah, no, I'll catch sometimes it catches me off guard where we're like, with like, you know, people that you shouldn't say that in front of, like mum's funeral. And I'm like, yeah, you met Scroat, haven't you?
Yeah, Scroat, come meet your cousin. Go over here, look.
More to the point when we were stood at the front about to do a reading and you pushed me sideways across the parapet and you're like, move over, screw. Oh, great. Okay.
You fucking legend.
Parapet, that's like where you look over a cliff edge. Just pulpit, you fucking idiot.
Look at your church shit, for fuck's sake.
If it was a parapet, I'd have pushed you off. I had the inheritance myself.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Gabs. Yeah, how was your week?
Yeah, nothing quite as interesting as GILO to report, to be honest. Yeah, no, good. I'm in week 2 of marathon training, so that is my biggest. I mean, it's a character trait now; it's a lifestyle.
Fuck off.
Instagram bio.
Oh my God,
the full 10 yards.
Shit and stuff, eh?
As we've covered, I am on dating apps, so I do need a kind of main character trait, and it's that I'm running a marathon.
I identified on Hinge, which obviously she went for.
Yeah.
As lazy, fat, hacking hairy cunt, really, you know what I mean? I put lazy as that word, she was all over it.
Match with GILO.
Yeah, that's it. Like a tramp on fucking chip, she was, I tell you. Fucking, she could not get enough of this fucking loving.
Just looked at that like one big
Oh,
project.
look at that! Look at
Let's get you sofa to 5K. Let's go.
I got from one end of the sofa to the other.
It's so gonna fuck off. Isn't it?
You say that. I actually joined a running club this week.
Oh yeah.
So
Is
yeah,
that,
need a bit of.
is that also full of a load of eggless bitches or what?
You're not wrong. Yeah. I mean, they're
imagine
which,
the
which,
lycra.
which running club's that? Just asking for a friend.
Just running away
They
from
got
all
a
those.
Instagram group.
I'll send you the what three words, Joe.
Gilo just jumps out of a bush.
Well, that's too much like exercise. I like gracefully leave the bush. Yeah. Hello, darling. Got on your motor. Yeah, I know.
No, so join this running club, and there's they're probably average age 55, late 50s, I reckon. But anyway, lovely group,
And they're all called Judith, aren't they?
well, Anne actually. Anne was the
and some Jills.
the run leader. But anyway, she.
That was Fiora for the night.
She's the leader of the gang.
Yes, she is. Yes, I am. So, no, headed out just on an easy 5K for the first time. So it's the
Fucking
first time.
easy.
It's the first time. Anyway, so we got a kilometre out. She's good pace on Anne. Anne's 67.
Fuck,
and
How many is she on now? Then?
there's nothing to her, so I dare say there's no weight to have worn them down, to be honest. But anyway,
Your grease nip would have tapped in there. Nice.
I was gonna wear her in,
Direct
like, you know
line.
what I mean?
But anyway, yeah, about a kilometre out, and she was. I said, "Oh, like, do you get many newcomers?" And she said, "Not really. We've not had too many lately." She said, "We did have a chap join in January, and he came along, and I asked him, did he do much running? And he said, not really. He tends to cycle and swim, but he did come. He only came for the 1 week because, unfortunately, he couldn't run for as long as he needed to." And I said, "Well, it does say online, all abilities welcome." And she said, yeah, well, trouble was he couldn't run for the half an hour, and we do ask that people can run for half an hour. So I said, "What happened?" "Oh, well, we got a kilometre out, and I sort of outpaced him." And I turned around and I said, "John, I think it's probably best you go home." Absolute
vicious bitch.
savage.
The vicious bitch.
Yeah, anyway, so
Can Anne be in control of immigration in the DPRC?
Fucking right, she can. She can have my fucking job if she wants it. you know
Probably
what I mean?
best you go back.
Or just the Minister of Disabilities?
Well, from that discipline, I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
so yeah, no, that was an experience, but no, it was good. It was nice atmosphere, and no, like I say, just getting well into it now. I was 35 kilometres on the plan for this week, so by tomorrow I'll have done my last run for the week, and getting into it. Gone on the 14 weeks ahead. I've done 800 kilometres in the block by the time I get to the marathon, so that's
Fucking hell.
that's May the 14th, so there's a good bit
What
to
the
go just
fuck?
yet. Yeah.
That's some mileage there.
What's a running group called? The beep test. If you don't keep up, you can fucking sit by the side, you prick.
Do you know what? You have to let me know. I'll show up with some lycra. You know what I mean? Because let's be fair, I can't run 5 yards.
Love it.
And you're welcome. And
Cannot wait to see it.
you saucy bitch.
Fuck's sake. Why do I do this to myself? I said to Lee, I was like, "Oh, his sister's doing a marathon, right? If she comes on, talk a bit about that." He's like, "Yeah, GILO. I'll get GILO on as well." I was like, "Oh, fuck me, of all the people." Yeah,
And we're
fuck
quite important
it.
announcements,
It'll,
right?
it'll be a good episode at my expense of cringe.
All right, bruv?
Slide that gravy across.
I'm going to go tie that farm up in fucking legal knots when I get in there tomorrow.
What, you Yellowstone the fuck out of it?
Yeah, got it. Take old GILO to the train station.
Good luck lifting me, son. You know what I mean? Go on. I like to see your skinny little arms lift my fat ass up. Go on. I'll send you some pictures, Shag, all right?
What about you, Mark? Unless you're weeping, mate.
Oh, mate. It's been a fucking week.
You've
It's-
had some shit going on. You said about 10 things, but before we got on the mic, you're like, fucking tell you on a podcast. Fucking tell you on a podcast.
It's been fucking shit, right? This week, I have lost all motivation to do anything. So, I've been cussing at work. I've been doing fuck all. Nothing. I had nothing left this week for some reason. Parcels. Thank you so much for buying all the merch. It just means I piss the parcel shop off more. and this is where the fights become.
Oh,
So,
just down at the co-op.
yeah.
Again. They fucking hate you.
Oh, no, it wasn't with the staff this time.
Oh.
This was with some dickhead which couldn't park in a space properly. So I always reverse park in a co-op because it's a shit
You have
show.
to.
It's
You
so
actually
tight in
have
there.
to.
So this bloke had parked right on the white line. Space next to him's free, so I reversed right up and the cunt couldn't get in his door.
Oh. What's his own
And-
doing if you can't park in a space
No, that's
properly?
it.
I'm parking. That's a free space.
I just encourage the
You probably...
confrontation.
Yeah, you probably had other choices, but you're like, nah, fuck it. I'm in a fighting mood.
Yeah,
Got your fighting trousers
just
on.
finished work, like had a few parcels to drop off, like John got a new motor. I saw him coming out as I was going in, and I was like, right, I'm taking my time. I'm going to drop the parcels first, and then I'm going to walk around the shop and
Have
get
a
what I
little-
need.
Have a little look around.
Yeah, well, can of beans.
Sorry, can I interject? I think he probably wanted a scrap with you. Not a scrap, but a to do with you. Because if that was me, I would walk up to that car and go, fuck's sake, I've parked like a cunt. He's parked next to me. Just get the passenger side, climb over. Like any normal person would do.
Yeah.
Carry on.
So went around the shop twice. Only picked up some crisps and a 4-pack of beer.
That sounds like a Marlon shop if ever I did hear one.
Sounds like
did say-
Marlon's tea. Definitely.
No, it's kebab.
Oh, for fuck's
Good
sake.
lad.
Straight over the road to
fucking lad.
Rams.
Yeah, no.
Oh, don't get him started on this.
No.
Sorry, said the wrong
Open a can of worms now.
said the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Got outside and he was like, why have you parked so close? I was like, shag, I'm in the space. He's like, so am I. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you are. But you chose to be a dick.
Yeah, have you done like, you remember those colouring in books?
Oh my
and you
God.
should never go, never go over the line.
Yes! Go on, you angry fuck.
What is it with people parking at the moment? We're getting into it.
And he was like, well, I stayed within the lines. I was like, you're on the line. You failed. I got in my car and went.
You had him sat out there in the Baltic winds. Like,
Yeah, fuck the cunt.
I don't
Park
blame you,
properly.
mate.
Don't care. What else have we got on my list?
Oh, we've got a fucking list,
He's got a
mate.
list. Get on.
Phil Barton this morning.
Hey, Phil.
Oh, fucking hell. Every time gets me.
So, we did Chris Bradford's episode.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got
So
some- I got some-
everything's released in different.
I did think
things at the
that
minute.
might have caused some issues.
He wound me the fuck up this morning. On purpose.
I'm
Like,
fucking
I had-
paid for 4 episodes and dickhead comes on, does 1 episode, tells me I'm a cunt.
I had like 3 voice notes and I was like, fuck, I think he's taking the piss. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. So I replied back with a voice note.
Was it very angry? Just like,
No, it was just like a bit sad. So I replied back and then he replied back and I was like, fuck.
I've actually
But
really...
surely he should know us. Like, I hope I haven't pissed him off. So I rang him. He didn't answer. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
And then he replied back and he was taking the piss.
Oh!
I have got some hot Chris Bradford gossip, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let Marlon do his list, and I'll let you in on it in a minute.
All right.
Just don't tell no
Like,
fucker
that's-
about it, all right?
I think that's enough of me bitching anyway. Park properly, you cunts. Reg, how's your fucking week been, mate?
It's I've already been pretty quiet week, if I'm honest. Not really too much going on. I have found a new pastime. It is YouTube, but
I was going to go dogging.
specifically, I have
He looks like a dog,
I have
doesn't
been watching religiously hunt saboteur videos on YouTube.
Yeesh.
Honestly, that is some of the funniest fucking shit. Have you ever seen 2 women standing 6 inches apart from each other, filming each other, calling each other scum? Because the Sabs are videoing the hunt, and the hunt then video the Sabs back, so they make sure no like evidence can be misconstrued, and they just stand there pushing phones into each other's faces. It is the most beautiful thing. It is the most beautiful thing. It's so funny, and I like the thing is, I want to put it out there now. I'm probably going to upset a few fucking country people out there. When it comes to the hunting thing, like obviously I'm a farmer. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less.
Couldn't give 2 fucks.
I couldn't give 2 shits either way. And I know, like, when it comes to hunting, you must have a real polarized, like, extreme opinion.
I've been hunting for 25 years. I couldn't give a fuck
Like,
either
you
way.
either have to be absolutely for fox hunting, or you have to be absolutely against it. I couldn't give less of a fucking shit, if I'm honest.
No.
I really don't
I'll
care.
shoot him or I won't shoot him.
And that's why I can take the greatest pleasure in watching these videos, because I don't care either way. Like when a hunt saboteur gets smacked in the fucking head, I piss myself. And then when the terrier man gets pushed down an embankment, I fucking laugh as well. It's honestly,
Comedy's comedy. Doesn't matter who's it happens
but
to.
it's not an intentional comedy. None of it. It's almost been really serious. Like, oh my god, look what the hunter doing. Look what the hunter doing.
Angry.
And then the hunter like, look what the sabs are doing. Look what the sabs are doing. I'm just like, I think you're all fucking idiots, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
Any particular hunts coming out with the goods? Like any hunts getting?
I'll be honest, I couldn't really name any hunts off the top of my head, mainly because I don't care. But literally don't pay any attention to who it is. I just laugh at the whole thing. One of my favourite ones was a saboteur getting run over by a quad bike. That was fucking hilarious. And then the other one was, I think it was a terrier man. He got like pushed over into a like bramble bush, and then he went on a pushing over rampage.
I'm gonna push you.
There were like,
you.
literally, there were like 4 people around him. He just like pushed them all over. Fuck you! I'm the terrier man.
It's the most passive aggressive fight you've ever seen in your life.
This other one was this bloke. It was in Scotland. So from what I understand, I'm sure there's gonna be a load of screechers out there being like, "No, Reg, you don't understand." I think fox hunting is still legal in Scotland under pest control.
Yeah.
So they have a bloke wandering around.
GILO, we need funding, don't we?
Yeah.
For what?
That wall.
That fucking wall.
So there's always a gun. There's always a guy walking around with a gun, like to shoot the fox.
Yeah,
I don't really understand how it works.
Yeah.
Whatever. So this sab keeps going up to this guy, and every time I think it's something along the lines of, if you're in a confrontation with someone, you have to unload your firearm. So this saboteur keeps going up to this guy, and every time he has to empty all the shells out.
Oh, the poor cunt.
Those blokes, he's just fucking FAC shotguns, and the fucking thing's got like 12 rounds in it. He's like, excuse me. And the fucking bloke's there like, for fuck's sake, just like pulls the fucking, I don't know what you call it, the bottom part, and just like dumps all the shells out. Then says his piece, and then tries to walk off and reload it. And matey comes back round, and he's like, oh, you gotta have that gun over there. It's, oh, for fuck's sake, unload it again. Oh, I've had the most fun. It's honestly, I highly recommend.
The bit that makes me laugh, the Sabs, like, they're sitting there fighting with a hunter now. They don't see the bloke in the beaten up OL 200 with his fat fucking bearded mate hanging out the side of it, driving on bars, laughing and waving.
The other one is
hashtag some of the hunters. You know what I mean?
the other one that gets me is when there's like, you have these sabs and they're videoing out their truck. Like, again, I don't care. I just love seeing people getting fucked over by each other. It's brilliant. They're in there videoing from their truck like, you shouldn't be doing that, or make sure they're trying to call the hounds off, or spraying citronella spray or whatever. Matey's videoing from his truck, and this one fucking young hunt supporter just goes around, does all the tires in on his van. You can literally see the van dropping, and he's like, he's done my tires.
Good fucking boy.
Oh, I just
That
honestly,
fucker earned his money that day, mind.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure I'm giving a minuscule amount of money to these hunt saboteurs by watching their videos, but I think the hunt should upload their own videos as well. Like, I'd happily watch theirs. I don't care.
You all over that, aren't you?
I'm not. I just don't care. I really don't care about it. I just love it. I love seeing fights. Just anything like that. Just like real shit.
It's like back in the day
I
when
love that instant karma shit.
yeah.
Have you watched a lot of that?
Oh yeah, they're the best.
I remember way back when, I wasn't there, but I heard about it. Basically, they had a blacked out Land Rover. They were wearing balaclavas and
Did it break down?
thought they were like flat out true dark, fucking covered up, like, you know what I mean? And obviously, they spent some money. And they went to like stop like hunting on a bit of permission we had. And they went up their Land Rover, went down his track, dropped it straight in a ring. They had the audacity to walk up the farmer and ask if he could pull him out.
Oh my god.
Where he went, yeah, no fucking problem. Showed up with his old beaten up old fucking
Telehandler and just
No, he pushed him in. Pushed him further. and then turned around and said, well, you can't get it out because it's private property and you can't get a recovery truck down there. So, peace of love, motherfuckers.
that's mine shack.
Rolled himself up and then a fucking roll it off. He'd went, like, you know.
You know, I just love it.
The home counties get it really bad though, because on a like
That's flat,
Saturday,
innit? They don't like the
it doesn't really matter what day of the week. They load up a bus full of youngsters out of London.
Oh, and they'll just bastards.
Descend, yeah.
Londoners should stay in London and not come
Just
down.
tell them they've got no Wi-Fi around there and they'll shit themselves and run away. Like, you know what I mean?
Shag, no phone signal. Sorry, mate.
Nothing around there, son.
Oh my
No
god, my
contactless
Uggs are filthy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so ick. You know what I mean?
It's all the same crowd that are gluing themselves to the motorway, isn't it?
That's the ones, yeah.
Rent a mob. It's just
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
a
absolutely
rent
right.
mob, isn't
Not be
it?
funny. They've given me hours of entertainment. Though.
That's what I mean. I just love it. I love
It's
watching
right.
it.
going to glue my face to the tarmac.
Bridge on the M25.
I have no
Gosh, she was emotional, that girl, wasn't she?
Oh, you just
What
shit.
a cunt.
No. What she needed was a good hard shake. And I think I'm the man to do it.
It's another service offered by the DPRC.
Hey, we're
Shag you into the real world.
Have a Mitsubishi Tab, have a fucking WKD and chill out, love.
chill the fuck out, love.
My favourite one was Matey, where he glues himself to the road, then chucks a glue pot down the drain. Yeah, literally, he's got like a super glue, tiny little 5mm, 15mm super glue things. He smathers it all around his hand and then just chucks it down the drain next to him. I'm like, what are you doing?
Cunt.
What are you doing? It says on the site, kills fish or aquatic life.
Oh no, I did have an argument once with a vegan about fucking soya, and they were basically just giving me shit for eating meat as I was chewing on my burger. A lovely burger, mind, beautiful. You know what I mean? I had like
Big juicy one.
proper like an Americano one, like molten
yes,
cheese
Daddy.
in it. Oh. And they were petitioning M6 services. Can't remember which one it was. Giving it the big fucking you're a cunt for eating fucking meat, and I'm like, really? And then I just explained what happens with soya and how it kills every fucking thing.
Literally.
And I reckon she was gonna give me a number. I reckon I was in there a little bit. You know what I mean? She did call me a meat eating Neanderthal. What's the one? Which I thought was a bit of a compliment, really.
Like I say,
It's the look I was going for. You know
If
what I mean?
anything describes you, it's probably that.
I reckon she was a little bit turned on.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Master
How could
of
she-
seduction.
How could she? That's it. Look at it. You know what I mean? Look at you. You know
That's
what I
it.
mean? You're all over it. Gone red and everything now, aren't you? Look at you.
Oh, stop, I'm blushing.
Fuck's sake.
So what, do you want to go Tunstall as a surname or what? What are we saying, you know?
We don't double barrel. Fuck you.
It's escalated.
So yeah, I did something else stupid this week. Big styly.
What, invited GILO on it?
No, I hit myself in the head with a spanner. Quite.
Not the first time, it would be the last.
It gets better. It was a 30mm spanner.
Oh, that's some weight behind that.
No. I'm missing half a tooth because of a 30mm.
Honestly, they're deadly. I don't. I might have to explain this to you, Gabs, what a 30mm spanner looks like. I think I sent a picture to the wife after I described. I was like, I hit myself in the head with a spanner. She's like, oh dear. No, I sent her a picture. I was like, no.
It ain't a 10mm shot.
I hit myself in the head with a fucking spanner. She's like, oh my fucking god.
It weren't really. It was a 13, but you did it at an angle, didn't he, with the camera? Like.
Fuck off.
His eyes told a different story.
spanner. Look at it.
Where is it? There it is. So quite the Spaniard.
Oh, fuck.
Let's have a look. What breed is she?
Is a
It looks pov spec.
Kamasa? Kamasa?
Oh, Kamasi.
Kamasi. I don't care. You can talk as much shit about it as you want. I've had the cunt 11 years.
Oh, no.
I got a full set. They're brilliant.
Used it twice.
Yeah,
No, fuck me. That 30mm has seen more use than your 10mm. I'll tell you that now. She is an absolute dream.
Right,
But
well,
cut
the
to
thing
the
is, 'cause
fucking chase. What actually happened? How the fuck
break
did you
10
hit
mils.
your someone in the head with that?
Because he's a mechanic.
I generally just
Certified.
got into the end of me fucking got into the end of me tether and just started hitting. No, I'm joking.
Fuck this!
So I'm sure a lot of farmers out there can relate. I was leveling up gates. So obviously leveling up gates on the haps there.
Well, you used a telehandler like everybody else used to.
Oh, I did actually.
Oh, did you? Good
Well, no,
lad.
because some of our gates have like bowed with weight that's on them, like your feeders and troughs and whatever. So like, they bow in like almost like a wave shape like that.
Sound like cheap gates, I'm just saying.
No, they're fucking not. They're £100 a piece now, Gal. Fucking horrendous.
much?
Yeah, 15-foot gates. They're not cheap. Anyway, so yeah, some of them I straighten out with the telehandler. I put the forks through the end and then just lift them while you've got an R pin through the hap to make sure it doesn't come off. And you can straighten them out pretty well like that. Obviously, it's only a temporary fix. You are weakening the metal by bending it like with a 6-ton machine on lift. But anyway, so I was just leveling a few up that were out of spec. So I've got to have them all level for reasons. And like,
For reasons and
obviously,
stuff.
But it's for when he does
The
his
thing is
like
these-
No, what
Miami
it
Vice
is,
shit.
what it is,
They're,
you can't put a straight fucking post in. That's what.
okay, no, they're not on posts. They're hung on like they're drilled in concrete panels or on our welded on our
Sky
SJs.
Oaks.
Shut up and listen. So obviously, a lot of them are deep litter. So deep litter is when you obviously put a lot of straw and you just keep it going up and up and up, bed them up every day. So it's deep litter. Yeah. So obviously the lower ones, lower haps, adjusters, whatever you want to fucking call them, are
Hinges?
Very no, not quite hinges it, but anyway, it's the bit you adjust on the gate. Haps, I think they're called. I might be wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They were very, very rusted. So obviously they've been sat in shit for a long time. All the galves gone. Not a lot of thread left, and they're very seized. So they were the
No
WD.
copper slip on them.
No, obviously not. I didn't have no heat with me, so I was just absolutely raunching on this fucking thing. Just raunching. And I went with the stupidest thing any man can do, and I do it quite a lot, and I don't
You
know
put a
why.
spanner on a spanner.
No, not as dumb as that. I went
I do that all
for
the time. It's
There was
great.
enough
Me
sort
too.
because it's obviously 30 mil. There's enough play in that nut, so you've got a little bit of a fucking forward and back. So I went forward and I just fucking pulled it, like tried to jolt it, and it just slipped straight off the end, and I just fucking launched
Fucking rookie mistake, innit?
launched the ring end straight into my head. Oh my fucking God. I took 2 steps back. I sat down. I thought I was going to be sick.
That cold feeling that runs
oh,
down your
it's-
spine.
I
Yeah.
literally, you know, the first thing you do is hit yourself in the head, start dabbing it and looking at your hand and dabbing it in your hand like, great, no scar. Fuck's sake. All this pain. Nothing to show for it. I was honestly, it were throbbing. I couldn't see straight. I was like, oh, not, just like, why?
Talking about scar, Shag, what would be your massive wound you've had today? This week?
Yeah, for reasons that I won't disclose, I've sliced my finger open for the 3rd time on the same finger with a scalpel. Yeah, so now I've got 3. If you'd like to check them out there, I got 1 there. One there.
She's all
One
right.
there. It's not as deep as the other ones. The other ones, the first one, that one there on the knuckle stopped at the bone. That one, I can't feel a lot.
Good
in
job
it.
them bones were there, aren't they, really? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
have gone straight through.
Not a lot of meat on the old hands.
Look
there,
like
is
you're
there?
from Bridgewater then. Sorry, don't mean it.
Yeah, he does.
No,
If you don't, I do.
a lot of Bridgewater jokes floating around at the moment, boys. Yeah, so yeah, it's not pretty, but it just adds to the collection. I think by the time I've retired, my finger will look like fucking Deadpool's ball bag.
You're so manly, Shag. So manly.
Yeah, so
Concerns about tetanus with things like that. Do people get-
It's not rusty, it'll be all
no,
right.
not rusty. It was clean.
Clean.
It's a clean scalpel. My
Not
hands
out of
always
the ground.
was antiseptic around, didn't there? Just a bit of purple spray.
Purple spray, I was going to say.
It'll be all right.
Job on.
A bit of Dow.
I've actually got a can of that in the van.
Have you?
I've got a can of purple.
What for yourself?
Yeah, just in case.
What is it? Septic cleanse or?
It's just a purple spray that you fucking put on animals' feet and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's probably.
I was
Is it purple or blue? Because the
No,
blue.
it's purple one.
Oh, it is purple. You went for the cheap option, like I do.
I didn't pay for it.
Oh yeah,
I
don't get it.
borrowed
What is it? The tetracycline spray, the blue stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
all I
fucking
know
expensive.
is we were working near a farm. I got chatting to a farmer.
And you're like Shag.
No, I didn't even say Shag. He had it sat on his quad. Well, his little gator truck thing. And I was like, I could do with some of
So I
that.
just hit him around the head with a 30mm spanner and nicked it.
He would do that. I just went, oh, look at the train. Just grabbed it and ran.
What spray?
Well, he leaves it lying around. I'm going to have it.
Honestly,
ain't I?
I've used that spray for so many things. I've caught myself like on the arm when I've been like de-awning with the iron. Just straight away, just spray it.
I used it for line marking the other
It was
day.
on Frank's head the other day.
I've got this obviously English bulldog, and he's got like a beautiful white chest and like a really nice white patch on his head. And I was obviously spraying up a cow the other day, and he was in the way, and I was like, "Oh fucking hell, what's gone on his head?" It's been there for weeks, boys.
Every time it gets a little bit
Yeah,
smaller.
when it was on Vince, like it'd always go in a couple of days. I don't know. Frank's obviously got some very absorbent hairs.
He's not really up with his grooming sort of
We've not
regiment,
had him
though, is
long,
he?
and obviously I think he's a gorgeous looking
He's a
dog.
lovely looking dog.
And his colour is very, very special and
Purple.
rare and a bit bougie. So yeah, my wife obviously
Wax melts and all.
my wife loves like when people see him and say, "Oh, what a lovely colour." But what is that purple spot on his fucking head? Oh, so my husband takes him to a beef farm, and when he's doing anything with cattle that require purple spray, he just goes,
Oh,
He's going to come back tagged.
Little thing from, me and Rob Nobbo were talking about this the other night. Basically said all dairy farms are lazy fucks because he's dairy spec. So I'm just saying, I'm not stirring the shit. I'm just passing it on, Rob. All right?
I think personally, dairy farmers are some of the hardest working people out there.
Very controversial.
I know. And I don't work in agriculture anymore, so I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
I used to work on a dairy farm. I used to.
So did I.
Yeah, I used to work at.
I saw the line, went to engineering.
I'm not going to say where. I used to work on a 1,200 cow dairy on a 64-point rotary parlour. I got paid absolute fucking peanuts, and I love the people. Hated the work. But
Too much mud.
I can tell you now, dairy farmers are some of the hardest fucking working people working out there. The problem is. Now, I'm going to generalise and upset a lot of people. Fuck it, I'm going to do it.
Here we go.
Most dairy farmers I've ever met treat their machinery like absolute shit.
Yeah, it's very true.
All kinds ain't got time, have they?
I just know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. That's where
They wouldn't pay my rates when I was self-employed.
The whole term dairy spec comes from. If you see a fucking tractor that's beat to shit, fuck me, that's dairy spec. I don't understand what it is.
It's just two very different men, isn't it? A livestock man and a machinery man.
Yeah.
Two very different mindsets.
I think, yeah. But my opinion is if you've paid £100,000 for a telehandler or a tractor, you just imagine buying £100,000 car. You are not going to back that into a wall, snap the mud guard, and go, fuck it.
Unless you're whistling diesel.
Or just, open the door, leave it open, then drive in an RSJ and the whole door goes pop and you go, fuck it, it'd be all right.
No, you look after the kid, don't you?
I just, I don't understand. I don't understand the mindset of
These
certain
flats to
people.
the max is best heifers carving. You know?
Yes, Gabs.
She might only be worth
that
£3,000.
has to go on the soundboard. Flat for max.
Oh, Christ.
She sort of said it proper, sort of like public schools, weren't it? Flat to the max. You know what I mean?
I don't know where it comes from. She went to the same school as me. She went to the same college as me, but she's just not scum. So I don't know.
We'll drag it down to our level.
Yeah, we will.
I'll have a go.
It won't take long.
Don't worry, bruv. Leave it with me. I'll sort it out, all right?
No, GILO's involved,
Stop
apparently.
calling me bruv.
Right. I have a shotgun license update.
Let's go, Marlon. How long's it been?
We need like a noise for it, or like a little like theme tune.
Sorry, I'm out of the loop.
That'll have to do.
Marlon has put in for a shotgun license. How long has it been?
So I got my medical sent off beginning of the year.
Right. Oh, so yeah. Right. How long has it been since the application has been completed? As in, it's
When
all
did we
gone
put that
off.
in? 2 weeks ago? No, a week ago.
A week ago. Right. So it's a week.
Because I've got to get my address changed because I realised I might possibly be in the wrong address.
Allegedly.
So
I've
got 5 weeks until if your shotgun license turns up in 5 weeks, me and Mule owe you a shotgun.
It's not gonna.
Because Marlon was convinced it was going to be here in 6 weeks. I was like,
That's what it says on the website.
If it's here within a fucking year, I will be amazed.
What if I get it?
Yeah. Please continue.
I had it asks you everything like medical history,
Mother's cat's
etc.
maiden name.
Yeah, what you had for dinner last night, and then it went to the convictions. I was like, well, I've never been convicted of anything. No. Send that
Upstanding
off.
member of society.
Oh,
and all
yeah,
that.
that's it. It's
Never
like-
being a fucking legend.
So a couple of days later, I got an email back from, I'm not going to say his name because he seems a bit stern and I don't want to fuck with him. Dear Mr. Radada, Mr. Marlon, please find enclosed a copy of page 2 of your recent shotgun application. You have ticked no to question 13. Have you been convicted of any offence? Please refer to the notes section relating to question 14, which I ask you to read again. In particular, I draw your attention to the fact all convictions and cautions must be declared. You will need to download a complete new page 2, which I will add to your existing application. You will need to write your name at the top of the page. The declaration you have signed is therefore false. If the police records available to this office match the personal data you have supplied, I hold in abeyance any decision regarding a possible false declaration.
I don't know what that means.
But it
I had to
sounds
Google that
scary.
word.
Yeah, what does it mean?
I can't
what
remember.
does the mean? Because you're like the
Pass.
educated one of all.
No, pass.
Holds it back, basically.
right.
He holds my application back.
Oh.
Details of any conviction may be obtained by completion of a subject access request. This can be found at acropolice.co.uk. Yeah.
But what does he mean?
What does it all mean, Brian?
When I was 16, 17, I got a bollocking from the police. I didn't think anything of it. And then until he's messaged me saying that now, I haven't thought about that in 14 years.
That's right. We'll cut that out.
So it was some antisocial behaviour shit. Like I was 16, 17, being a little cunt.
Being a ruffian.
Just being a yob. Yeah.
So I've now filled out an Acro police form, which could take up to a month.
Ooh.
That timeline's looking tight.
Can I interject? Before we were on the podcast, you were like, again, tell you on the show, I think he's trying to help you out there.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, because he said, like, Shag.
Have another look, Shag.
Yeah, he's basically saying, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, idiot. You might need to do wink, wink, nudge, nudge this bit of paperwork because there might be wink, wink, nudge, nudge that we have definitely found something about you that you need to declare wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Because he could have, I mean, with the pressure that these guys are under at the moment to
He could
process
have gone, no.
He could have just gone, no, fuck himself.
Do you know how to, I've obviously when you send it back, send a box of biscuits with it. Or a pack of biscuits with it. Trust me.
I can't email a box of biscuits straight
Yeah, all right. Well, just what I used to do back in the day, because let's be fair, I've had one for a year or two. Many a year or two now. Yeah, fuck it, that's a fair few years.
Flintlocks back
Fucking
then.
right. Black powder. It was great.
He applied for his musket license.
I had an English long gun. It was great. It was. Yeah, but I just always send mine back with like a variation or something like that. I always send it in paper
with a box
of biscuits, and it'll go through straight away. I've done it for years. It's great.
That's it. So if anyone's applying for their shotgun license, I think that's what they need to put in the form. If you're unsure of anything,
yeah, that would be good.
Go to Acro to get your criminal record.
Even as Somerset Police, you can obviously hire us for advice on writing your shotgun application forms. We will happily do that for
a nominal fee.
£800 an hour, I'd say, is a fair price. But that's pretty good, to be fair. I think there's going to be a lot of people listening that are from other places in the UK that are going to be thinking, you fucking cunts, you're moaning about this, because like I know a lot of
they're ruthless.
A lot of constabularies are ruthless, but not only that, there are certain places, I think in some of the home counties, that are just flat out not taking firearms applications at the moment because they just cannot. They've got like a backlog of 2 years worth, which is obscene.
I think
and then there's morons like me and Keith that have got one. Like
you and Keith, look at me. I've got large caliber fucking weaponry. You know what I mean? It's not small scale shit. They've let me fucking loose with it, even though my address is wrong. Allegedly. But no, it's one of those things. It's
I'm glad he told me off.
Yeah, he could have been a prick.
I don't think he really told you off. I think he's basically saying, look, you fucking idiot. If you want your shotgun license, which we're more than happy to give you, just make sure you put the right fucking stuff in
I didn't even fucking think about it. Like,
That's why he come back.
That's probably why. It was the same thing with mine when the bloke fucking got in touch and was just like, look, I've got your application here. Is there anything you've got to mention? I was like, no.
On-file nonsense.
Not... No, and he was like, what about that thing from back when you were 15 in 2000? I was like, oh my fucking God, yeah. And he was like, yeah. Do you want to tell me a bit more about that? Told him a bit more about it. He's like, seems fine to me, mate. Yeah. So to be fair, like, a lot of people, like, we've spoken about guns a bit recently on the podcast. A few people DM us, like, asking us whether they can or can't do things. I'm like, look, mate, I'm a fucking idiot. I've only had a shotgun license like a year and a bit. Like, I am in no way a god.
I'm surprised you've been a farmer and only just getting that.
What?
Recently.
I've just never, like, I've always said, like, I'm not really a quintessential farmer in any way. Like, I enjoy shooting, I enjoy country sort of stuff, but just never been top of my list. You know, one of them things. And obviously, Mule got his shotgun license, went out a few times with him. It's good laugh. Fuck it, I put him for mine. Same as you, man. I'll go out a few times. Fuck it, this is good fun. Put him for it.
Yeah, I can't wait to go out. I keep getting invited. Oh yeah, Jono, I'll sort it out for you. Come on up. We're coming up.
Mate, I've rented all the ground out, and it's a fucking. I was telling someone the other day. It's a fresh lay on the ground.
That's it.
There will be a fresh lay up there shortly.
There will be some.
When it's rented out, it's not my fucking ground.
No, that is it. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
or a clay trap. Don't use
dairy
it.
farmers get so precious about their fucking grass, don't they?
Just not their tractors, apparently.
Oh my God. Oh, right. I think it's a good time for should we cut to a break? Or you good? Yeah, sweet. I'll go get beer of the week and we're back shortly. All right, love you. Bye. the fucking button. Hit the fucking button. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it.
Ready?
Right. Welcome back to another episode of Right, let's go.
Welcome to back in the frog pass things.
Right, yeah, we're back. I've been to the fridge. But before we get into beer of the week, it is in fact your boy, the Auto Mover, Marlon.
Right. We buy shit cars, don't we?
Yes.
That is what we do. So
That is what we do.
we love a shitter.
And that's what everyone else does. Shit, just shit boxes.
Like, unreliable things. Like, they look incredible, but they are unreliable. Would you want to drive that from the deepest, darkest depths of Curnow back to the hills of the Mendip?
No. God, no.
That's it. That XR3, it took us so long to get back. Why did I bother? I should have just
If
rang.
you're looking at a nice sort of like barn findy project thing, just
Shit box.
oh yeah, it's got a month's ticket on it, mate. Don't even fucking bother. There's nothing worse than picking up a car and being broken down at the side of the road trying to bring it home. Just get it back.
That's it. Like,
Then
that
go
will
for
break your... You've really wanted this car, and it breaks down on the way home.
Yeah.
Like, the morale is rock bottom then. Like, it deletes your interest almost.
It absolutely does. Just go down there, have a look at it, or if you're really confident, don't even have a look at it. If it's a deal, just go, yeah, fuck it, mate. I'll have it. I'll send you the money. Get it picked up. And then once it's home, you can be in your nice little workshop or in your driveway with all your tools, and you can go, fuck me, I'm glad I didn't take that home because it's got 1985 tyres on it. Just get your man to do it.
Danger to manifold, the floor's blown out kind
Boom.
of thing.
Get the Auto Mover on it.
Hey, Sam.
I think from now on, sponsors are going to just be like, is GILO going to be on any of these episodes? Yeah, there's a
I'm
premium for
securing
that.
my future on the doghouse.
DPRC tax on that.
Yeah, so hit up the Auto Mover. He is professional, reliable, and dependable.
insured.
He's insured. There you go.
So there is no worry to have. Like, he will go down and pick up your piece of shit or your really nice car,
Either
which
or.
you've just bought. Bring it back to your house, unload it, no issues, no problem. He gets
there,
it done.
and then you can do it at your leisure. So there you go. The Auto Mover. Hit him up on Instagram, in the episode description, in the fucking link in bio, all that good shit. You know where he is. Shout out the Auto Mover. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. Right, back to beer of the week, Marlon. What have I come back from? Not actually the fridge because it's so cold in here. It's just from the side.
So from the side, you've come back with Nuba, New England Pale Ale.
New England IPA, actually. So Indian Pale Ale.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
This is from Brew York. This is another one brought to us. We haven't had one for a while. This is another one from Omelette. It's a 6.6%. So we've got the little hepto diagram on the back.
Heptagram.
It's very hoppy. It's got a strong mouthfeel. It's mildly sweet, quite fruity, sort of medium malt, and not bitter at all. So, I don't know, without any further ado, it's what we saying, 440 can printed label, you know the score, let's get
Yeah.
into it.
He's a fucking useless
Yeah,
prick, that boy,
What
isn't he? He's
the
a
fuck?
fucking useless
Have you
prick.
done that on purpose?
What the fuck? What the fuck, Reg?
Oh, shit.
What
I don't,
a useless
four- it's
fucking
like
Reg,
prick.
shut up.
that's 4 in a row, isn't
Shut
it?
up. Just shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Nuba. Shut up.
I
Shut
got
up.
lost.
No, you're right.
You
You're
let
right.
it.
He's a fucking presenter.
Silence.
Jesus Christ.
Nuba,
don't-
the original Brew
done
York
fucked
New
up.
England IPA, was first brewed in 2017 as a super hazy, juice and dank beer. Oh, dank, I like that word.
Ooh, dank.
This version is now brewed with London Ale 3 yeast. I don't know what that is. To give even more of that hazy Nipah character we all love. Expect loads of grail fruit, passion fruit, and bubblegum with a soft,
Bubblegum?
pleasing finish.
Right, should we open them now, Marlon?
Oh, mate, I'm sorry.
Fuck.
I tell you what it
Fucking-
was. I got into the fucking diagram and my brain went, you've talked a little bit about it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Everyone's going to be fuming.
I've done you a disservice there, mate, and I do apologise to you and the podcast and the audience.
It's the audience you want to apologise to, not me.
Oh, wow. Oh, God.
On our 2-year anniversary, you fucked it.
That isn't it? It's our 2-year anniversary.
Hey!
You fucked it. Forgotten the flowers.
Romance.
The warm
I am
fluff.
never going to financially recover from this.
That is not the right button.
It literally says on the deck what they
Yeah,
are
but
now.
I can't read that. So,
Do you know what? Do you know what?
I thought that was a soundboard thing for a minute. Then I was looking at the board like,
I got time for that.
I'm not really sure. I don't know where I stand.
Have
on it,
have another hit on it. Shotgun it.
I can't. I've already opened it.
Oh, put the snorkel on it then. Whatever
I
happened
don't
to
know. They
What
are.
happened to the snorkel?
They're here somewhere. I don't know where. The problem is we lose things. The problem is the bar gets so full up with shit. Every now and again, I have to clear the whole bar off, and then important things get tidied away and never seen again. So yeah, if you want to buy us any shit, just go on the fucking wish list. Marlon, update it. Put some cool shit on there.
Roger.
I don't really know, man. I can taste it. It's strong.
But this
Oh,
is a
what
great
a
track.
tune.
This is a fucking great track.
I know. For anyone that's listening, this is "Take a Look Around" by Limp Bizkit. It is the soundtrack to Mission Impossible 3, I think. George, Big George, King of the Scrap. He was playing it in one of his I don't know, in one of his stories the other day, and I was like, epic tune, man. Anyway, get back to
Back
the
to the
beer.
beer. Yeah. Do you know what? That tastes like. Yeah, I'm good for that.
I'm not.
No, me neither.
This is weird. Usually, me and Gilo agree on most things, but for once, I'm going to
Apart
agree
from
with
him banging
Marlon.
your sister.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's where we are with that now.
You two started it. I'm just
I said
carrying
it
on.
as a joke, and it got carried away. Well, was I joking? Who
I've
knows?
folded my fucking arms now.
Stop it! Look at him.
Shit's getting real.
It's all right.
Right,
Hey, front of man, don't worry
Amsterdam.
about it. It's fine.
Go on,
Amsterdam.
give us your beer review then.
Oh, you fucking savage, isn't he?
Hope you choke on it.
Don't worry about it. I'll give you a nice
I hope you shit
shout out at
yourself,
the
you
wedding or
fucking
something.
prick. Jesus Christ.
So, could we borrow the barn for the wedding or not?
Fuck off. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Right, yeah.
I knew it was dangerous.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Beer. Nice. I like it actually. It's all right. It's one of those. It tastes really nice. First initial mouthful.
Yeah.
The start of the taste is lovely. Nice. Quite grapey. You know what I mean? I quite like that. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I was
I get a lot of sort of grapey vibes.
having grapey vibes, and then it sort of goes. Admittedly, it goes off to fuck all. But do you know what? That's sessionable. You could get fucking bollocks on that.
Oh, it's pretty warming. I always find that with like stronger beers, I get it in the cheeks, like when it's like anything above 5%, you like feel that sort of
You
like
could-
warmth.
Properly get white girl drunk on that.
And get white boy drunk on that. Fucking Jesus. Yeah,
You
it's
could get,
very,
like-
it's very grapey. I've never had like a sort of grapey beer before. It's
Nice.
not, I don't know.
Nice, I like
No,
it.
because grapes belong in fucking wine.
Okay, angry.
Wow, do you see the venom in his face?
Did I was fucking
All his teeth were out and everything. You know what I mean?
He hadn't had that for a long time. He hadn't had a teeth. We haven't seen a teeth joke for about 6 months. Oh, you've done well. What about you, Marlonis?
It tastes like. I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you something.
what.
I'll tell you something.
You
though,
know
right? Yeah.
potpourri?
But yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of tastes like that.
It does a little bit. Yeah. Scroat, what are you saying?
It's just very hoppy.
It did say on
And
the heptagram, it's super hoppy.
The heptagram hasn't lied. But on the female side of things, I will give it the fact that it's very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, they're all like that. Don't get too twisted about it.
And it's a printed can, so.
Yeah, printed cans suck.
Yeah. That's all I have to.
Do you know what? That would look lovely
Absolutely.
like, screwed up on the floor with about 4 or 5 other ones behind it. Lovely.
Don't talk about my sister like that.
All right, brother man.
God, Jesus Christ!
I know I said I wasn't going to say anything, Gabs. I'm sorry. You know
he
what I
put
mean?
it there. All right, it was too good to not to let go.
You pulled it all out into the open, Gilo, is what you've done. All right.
I know. I'm sorry. All right. I can't
right.
hide our love anymore, Gabs. All right. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of being in the fucking shadow, Gabs. I'm not your fucking plaything.
Right, I'm at 2.
I don't know
Yeah, man. I'm gonna joke. No, I got. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna give it.
What's your heart tell you?
Oh.
What does it say in your soul,
I'm
bro?
gonna say a 3. I'm gonna say a 3. It's not. I don't not like it, but it's just like blah. I just not my thing, man. Really, no.
Gabs,
A 2.
Ooh, scathing.
Jonas.
I'm going to roll him with a 4.
I think that's.
Actually, no. Hold on.
Hold tight.
No, I'm going to go 3. It's not quite a 4. It's not quite there for the 4.
Safe.
Okay, right. So
Safe.
this is the coin
Middle of
flip.
the road there,
The
like,
coin
you know what I
flip, right? What's so heads is the 3, right?
Heads is what Gilo's getting later.
Hey!
Plural. Brutal. His heads is a 3.
Hey!
There you go. Right. Okay. So that is a 3 out of 5 on the TripAdvisor rating for Nuba New England IPA by Brew York, 6.6%. Massive shout out to Omelette for that one. Thank you for
Thanks, Crumps.
providing that for us.
Thank you.
You scumbag. Yes. Right. Everyone's just handing me their beers. Oh, fucking drinking that shit.
Because I might shit myself.
That's very true. Yeah. Right. I think we've got. I know this is for anyone. I understand that we'll have quite a few new listeners now since the last few episodes we've done. And for the sake of my sister, we probably need to
Take it back.
and go back to the start of the DPRC. Yes. Right. So the DPRC is what, Gilo?
It's a diplomatic People's Republic of Cheddar.
Of cheddar.
Of cheddar.
She is so
I
unimpressed.
know there are so many of our audience that are just
This
going
is
to be
what
like,
you could be inheriting.
you
know
are
what I mean? I'm just saying.
rehashing
Tell
this.
me. Sell it to me.
Well, you can have half for fuck all. How's that sound? Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I spoon a lot. So, you know what I mean? That's what I got.
So
Well, we've gone off
He's a good
piece
spooner.
very quickly.
It's only a little piece, but you know what I mean?
So where
Big
are we?
hammer behind it, though. It's fine. You know what I
The
mean?
DPRC is a long-standing. I would not want to say joke because I'll get a 9mm talk out to the back of the head. It's a long-standing staple of the podcast that Gilo has
Introduced.
I said it.
introduced, not invented. Again,
I kind of. How do you best describe it? I said it once as a joke. It just sort of like, you know, in those like moments where it comes in your head. And I said it's a bit of a throwaway comment on the podcast, and it grew legs and ran and ran and ran.
A
and
bit like
fucking ran.
our frog sign.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly like that. You know what I mean? And
In the
now,
frog house.
and now it's become an independent communist state.
what is it?
It has a flag.
The word.
It's got a flag.
I love it.
So
Well established.
I don't know. Well, we've been talking about, you know, potentially doing some sort of, maybe like, we're thinking maybe do a T-shirt, maybe do a sticker, you know, something would be quite funny, a bit edgy. Gilo, would you like to read out the email that you sent
Well done.
to the?
So I asked, like, obviously we wanted to get the ball rolling on this a little bit, and I said to Gilo, right, send me a couple of photos and send me some like text samples.
I don't think ever on this podcast we have spoken about a story as to how merch came about. But when I read this email, I was like, what in the ever-loving fuck is going on here?
I think he misunderstood like text samples because we got a paragraph or two.
Text samples is what we meant by what sort of stuff do you want written on it? What sort of font do you want? Because you're the guy that come up with this, not us. Like, don't let us fucking like do a disservice to the DPRC. I love that there's so many people listening that have never listened to us before, just started listening to either Abby Coombs or Dick Bush or episode 100. I'm just like, what in the ever-loving shit?
Start from the beginning. Go back.
I can't. This is why it started as a joke. The DPRC, the Democratic People's Republic of Cheddar.
No, not you cunt.
Oh.
The listeners. Go back.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You got 2 years of fucking episodes to catch up on.
Right, the email that I sent
This is
After I asked for some text.
slightly misconstrued in the
But it was
thing.
fucking brilliant.
Here we go. I really wish I bought me fucking glasses. How fucking sad is that? Actually, no. Biff, Kip, and Chip it.
You reckon?
Yeah, fucking go for it. Go on. It's much better if it comes from you.
Right. I got to find the fucking email first.
Yes, it
Right,
is.
well, I can have a piss while you find it because I'm fucking desperate. Don't stop. until I'm back.
Found it, have
He's
you?
only going to be 6 seconds.
Oh, done. It's like a sluice
Right,
gate.
whoa!
It's like a sluice gate opening, isn't it? Don't you know about your brother's weird penis?
I
Need to know basis, don't need to know.
Listen to the Dick Bush episode, and it got to a point where he says something along the lines of, we've got to know each other. We've parted bread, and then he
Burnt bread is a term.
That's it. There we go.
I'm back.
Yeah, and then
My
I
really
turned
quick
off.
wee.
So right, anyway.
What would his like?
Whoa!
with Dick Bush?
Yes, I was just saying that's where I turned off.
I didn't
was
actually get my
like,
dick
no,
out for him. I should have.
Brilliant, thanks for that.
It's one of my. I think that is probably the only regret I'll have in life is not getting my dick out for Dick Bush.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I genuinely
I was,
want to
actually,
say.
He'll be back.
I was trying to steer away from this conversation. You've walked in and brought it back to this conversation.
Anyway, let's get back to it.
So the email I received from Comrade Jolo was Comrade Marlon. The time has come for the people to rejoice, to rise from the oppressive tyranny of the capitalist parasites that feed on the underbelly of society, to free themselves from the shackles of oppression, from the puppet government that protects the rich and the wealth landowners, brackets Reg, and the top 1%ers, brackets again Reg. It is time to spread the word. It's time to free the working class from the oppressive hierarchy. Yeah, that's Reg. And break the tyrannical class system that kept its Jimmy Choo boot heel. Brackets,
love it.
probably fetching a blue-pink bejazzled. Those brackets. On the heads of the oppressed working classes. It is time, comrades. It is time to rise up and bring down this oppressive system. It is time to come out of the shadows. It is time for the glorious revolution. It is time for the Democratic People's Republic of Cheddar. We will not stand idly by as Wedmore starts in encroach into the glorious Cheddar mud flaps. We will stand and fight. We are the DPC, DPRC. We are the Legion. We are inevitable. We are watching. Viva la revolution. Viva la DPRC. Kindest regards, Comrade Chairman GILO.
Good Jesus Christ.
I was sat in front of a computer and I was bored.
I laughed so
I got
much.
a text message off you saying I'm trying not to wake the wife with laughter.
I was like, what in the ever-loving fuck is
Oh my
this?
God.
So if you go to www.inthedoghousepodcast.uk/DPRC, there might be something up there.
There might be someone out there, people. Treat yourselves, comrades.
Comrades.
Spread the word. Spread the word of the DPRC. Do not let the oppressors oppress us anymore. Go buy the stickers. Go put them around the country.
I.e. Reg.
Yeah, it's
top
all about you,
1%ers.
is it? You know what I mean? It's not about you. I use you as an example. You know what I mean?
You're just a mere example.
You're just like small fry in the capitalist imperialist dogs that are out there. There are other capital imperialist dogs available. But spread the word, brothers and sisters. Do not stand for the bullying and the
Don't take it.
just don't take shit. Don't stand for it.
Right, so DPRC merch is now on the website. So there's only stickers to begin with.
Only stickers to begin with. We are looking to get t-shirts.
Yeah, we're just in the middle of designing and sorting those bad boys.
We will
Spread the word, brothers and sisters. Spread the fucking word.
Free the world.
We will expand on demand, is what we're saying. If the stickers sell well, we might do t-shirts.
Yeah, why
the
not?
t-shirts do well, we might do some fucking flags.
And if the flags do well, we're taking over Wedmore.
Wedmore, you are on notice. Blackford, we're
I
coming
said
for
to you off mic, Marlon, we'll just print an extra 100 for ourselves and just spatter them around.
That's what I want to do.
And we'll be on Somerset Live, be like, there's a communist uprising happening in Cheddar.
the word, brothers and
we
sisters,
need to
spread
find
it.
out the source of it, and it's two idiots in a fucking bar.
Well, see, what happened was...
What was, you know, So basically, brothers and sisters, buy the stickers and let's sticker bomb the country. Spread the glorious word of the DPRC. Spread the revolution.
And this entire piece was delivered by a man in camouflage Crocs. I've never seen them. I've
Yeah,
never
you know.
seen them.
That's Luke Combs all the fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
Who
Very
the fuck?
true.
I don't even know who the fuck it.
Well, we
who's
should-
that?
You don't know who Luke Combs is?
No, I don't.
What? Get out now.
I'm with. I
Calling yourself country.
I know.
Oh, it says you in Fairfax and fuck all. What's your fucking neck in, love? I've had enough of this shit, all right? You're coming over here with your fucking... Oh, God, I'm getting angry.
Just to clarify,
Luke Combs is one of the greatest new era country artists out there.
I don't know.
Listen to it.
Zach
I'll listen to
Bryan,
it.
I will rival you.
I'm also what?
I said Zach Bryan, I will rival you.
I thought she said something else.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to
Hey,
see
love you.
Oh, I
Luke
love
Combs
you.
Oh yeah.
in October or November. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Everyone keeps inviting me to go see him. I'm like, have I not made it clear enough?
Nobody's
on this
got
podcast?
any tickets left, mate. You can't come.
Everyone keeps saying like, "Oh, do you want to come, Reg? Do you want to come?" I'm like, I don't really like country, guys. I think I've made that quite clear on the
Yeah,
podcast.
I'm with you. I can't stand fucking country.
Oh, well, at least it's two of
no
us.
souls.
I was actually saying to Gabs, we had it on at the start of this podcast. You might not have appreciated it. I very much do appreciate it. My sister
You like shit music, we know.
introduced it to me, and Kinger, he also sent me the link to it back along, which I apparently didn't listen to because I'm scum. Greta Van Fleet, which
that was
is
good. We like that.
yeah, that's there. I was like, oh, look up when they're touring. I'd like to go see these guys. Cunts are in Jacksonville on the 6th of fucking March, aren't they? Let's fucking go! Oh, Tommy down the fucking Veterans Association. Let's
No.
no.
Well, I can actually not rival it, but it's slightly different. I'm going on a boat ride with Brian Blessed and Sam, what's his name, who played Flash Gordon.
What? No.
Yeah!
What? Why?
Up the Thames!
How?
Oh, you're going on one of those.
Boat tour with Brian Blessed. Brian Blessed is my spirit animal.
I don't know who Brian. Right, yeah.
Brian Blessed! God is alive!
I could not do his voice. There's only one man that can do his voice, and that's
Brian
Blessed.
I actually drove all the way in one night, all the way to Wokingham, to watch him do an evening with Brian Blessed. Laughed my fucking ass off because it's funny as fuck. And then drove back half asleep. I went to sleep at Wokingham and woke up in Cheddar. I don't know how it happened, but you know what I mean?
The DPRC.
The DPRC.
Previously known as Cheddar.
Yeah, previously known as Cheddar. Start sticker bombing people.
I was I've totally lost my train of thought there. I'm not going to lie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, DPRC, buy stickers. Please.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's a new revolution.
Fundraising.
What'd you say?
Fundraising.
Fundraising.
Yeah, I just started prompt
Yeah.
you in your own fucking program, you know what I mean? It's fine.
Yeah. I was just
Podcast thing.
kind of what the IRA did in Boston. It is, isn't it?
No.
Well, it kind of is.
I tell you what, I'm going over to Ireland. Me and GILO are going over to Ireland at the end of the month.
You're taking GILO instead of me because I'm not here.
So we're going to go and help
Yeah,
them
bitch.
find their potatoes.
Yeah.
Don't make that fucking joke.
Well, I told you, I got fucking...
Yeah, my sister lived in Ireland for how many months? Like, a year, 6 months?
Yeah, but about 9 months.
Yeah, don't take an English flag with you.
No.
I'm not gonna,
No?
because I only have American flags.
Okay, cool.
And I'm
joke.
And I'm going to have a DPRC flag, so,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
The first time I ever went out, a night out in Ireland, I was in a club and I went to the toilet and there were 3 girls there and we were chatting away and they seemed really friendly. And they turned around, so you're a proddy?
A prosy?
A Protestant.
You know, I
is
was
what they were
joking.
asking.
Yeah, no, I was making a joke.
Sorry. I don't know. What have you just asked me? I'm not sure. Maybe.
What happens if you're an atheist?
Well, I was trying to explain that, but apparently I am a Protestant, and that was not the right answer.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, I was on my own, and there were 3 scary Irish girls, Catholics, it transpires, in front of me, who made it very clear that they didn't want my company.
You're kidding.
No, and that was 4 years ago.
Wow.
Right, so I'm staying right next to Chris and Phil and GILO,
So
and we are going to group we.
Oh, so what did you What did you do to identify yourself as a Protestant? Because I wouldn't even know what I.
Because you're
wouldn't-
English.
Yeah, I think it's just because I was British. I think it's just because I was English.
Because you're English and you were baptised, so I assume they
No,
just
no, it's
go.
not even that. It's because you're English.
Really?
Because unionists are all Protestants.
I've made it quite clear on this podcast that I have absolutely no fucking clue what the argument is about and why everyone hates everyone.
IRA are basically Catholic.
It's
Right.
them like Hindus fighting them Islams, isn't it?
Yeah, like that.
Something like that, yeah. A little bit more, yeah, you know.
It's like what Mecca is to the Protestants.
Stop with the allergies.
I don't get it. I've never. It's one thing I've said before. I need to look into. I don't understand it enough. All I know is there's a lot of paddies that are very angry at each other, and some of them want to blow up the Queen,
Well, they can crack on now.
and
if they like,
some
you
of
know what I mean?
them don't.
You won't notice.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't. No, cold.
Cold.
God rest her soul.
Too soon.
But yeah,
Never.
no, I don't fucking get it. I've been invited over there by obviously my wife's half Irish, and
You were invited this time, but unfortunately,
I'm in
you're
America.
fucking off.
I'm in America. Fuck off. Like, yeah, I just
You've heard about Chris Bradford and his arm, haven't you?
no. What was this gossip you had on Chris?
Oh, yeah,
Bradford?
basically, because Chris
Oh, he
Bradford.
fucked his bicep or something,
Yeah,
didn't
he
he?
tore his bicep.
Torn it.
Torn the fucking thing.
The sponsor of a previous podcast.
Yeah. Tore his bicep, but he's trying to make out that he'd done it fucking dragging pallets about. I hear it on good authority. It's a sexy injury.
No.
It's a sexy. Old Crystal kicked the fuck out of him. Because the pair of them, like, they're quite big in the old whips and chains game.
They're part. They call it the life, don't they?
Oh,
I
something
believe?
like that, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
BDSM. If
Yeah,
you're into
yeah,
that,
yeah.
you're like part of. They call it the life.
Well, yeah, rumour has it that they're like big in that game.
Sex wings and all that.
Oh, fuck me. What, from what I've heard, like, there's some whips, some chains, there's a sex wing, some Haagen-Dazs. I think it was like blood orange.
It was some.
Not
full-
Viennetta.
No. Well, it might be with Chris.
It was
You know,
some-
he's
it
a
was
little bit
some-
lowbrow, isn't he?
It was
You know
some
what I mean?
Catholic shit. He was being crucified. I don't know. Is that joke that I can make about them? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't know. It never happened. So
Either way, like I said, he's been given it the big AU that he's done it on the job, like. But it actually turns out he was on the job when he done it. So
different job though.
different job. You know what I mean? So basically, like, I'm shit scared of Crystal now. I'm terrified
To be
of her.
fair, I'd rather snap me banjo than pull me fucking rip me bicep off me.
What was she doing to him to get like that?
One can only imagine.
Mind-boggling. I'm a little bit turned on, to be honest.
I don't
You
know.
what I mean?
I still can't really get over. I think we've done a disservice to
Gilo,
your
shut the
shoes.
fuck up. We're
here.
staying in the house. Be quiet now.
I think we've done a disservice to your footwear, Gilo. They're not just camo Crocs; they're real tree.
Real tree camo Crocs, boy.
Gilo got on the walk with me, Lord.
Loud.
Walk with me.
Preach. So yeah, I have gone for the for comfort over anything really. Oh, they're fucking lovely. though.
They're not in sport. Are they in sport mode?
Yeah, they're in sport mode.
Oh my
I got
God.
the slingbacks on as well. I normally have the top down, but I thought I'd put the top up for this one.
You got to sit on lockdown. Should we get some little in the doghouse logo, like little?
I tell you what,
things
if
that
you
sit
do,
in the fucking
they're going on there.
sit on the holes, like
Little pin badges.
Widgets is what
I
they're looking for.
widgets.
Widgets.
Widgets is what they were
You
called.
know a
isn't it?
lot. You know
I
a
would
lot.
I'm just
Oh,
maybe-
is that what they call it? Is it? I don't know.
You're a lot for a
No,
Croc hater.
no, I think I'm just a bit younger than you all.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
That's why I
You didn't
know.
bring age into it. You haven't brought age into it before, but now when your brother, it's all about
it's
the
a
age, isn't it?
thing.
You know what I mean?
Now there's this great divide between us.
And now it's unacceptable, Gilo.
My grey
All right.
hair does not
All right.
define me.
Hey, look, I look like a player out of this. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Because I'm
Look
a
at me.
hustler, baby.
Hustler. You know, look at me. I'm, banging a younger bird. What can I say? You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
R. Kelly, calm down. You're gonna end up like Stalin with like 3 wives, little harem, little harlot.
All right, my love.
And then end up in jail because he wanted to be in that gang, didn't he?
He's out. As of today, as of this recording, he is out of jail.
You want to be in his gang.
We
the
have
rude.
slid him a DM.
Straight in.
The thing is, though,
Don't
like
give the man a chance to breathe.
adjust
You
the
remember,
society.
like,
when you went in there-
remember
Has he been
cousin
in
Reg?
8 years?
I
8
don't know.
years. He's been in.
Probably
He's
not
8
long
years.
enough, if I'm honest.
I bet he's going nowhere near PC World this time, though, is he? You know what I mean?
if only we were sponsored by
No,
a
he's going
VPN.
back. He's going to China, get all the encrypted ones.
Oh, Gaza. Oh, yeah.
bless
So,
your heart.
yeah, for anyone that's just started listening, myself and my sister here, Gabrielle, kind of
Say the words.
it's somewhere, but I guess you'd say distantly. I wouldn't say closely in any way, shape, or form. But we are,
Like third removed.
yeah, we're related to Gary Glitter.
I hope no one I know listens to this.
Want to be in my gang? My gang. Want to be in my gang?
My wife tells everyone. Every time someone brings up,
It's not her fucking bloodline, is it?
every time someone brought it up on a fucking Microsoft Teams call the other day, like talking about Gary Glitter, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm related to him by marriage."
I mean, that is a decent claim to be fair.
I mean,
Only slightly beaten by Jimmy Savile, wasn't it? You know what I
roll
mean?
at Christmas.
That's all I want is another rock and roll in Christmas.
Christmas rock and roll.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
It's a brave new world out
it's
there, Gaz.
interesting.
It's a brave new world, Gaz.
It's like
So, Gaz, since you've been in, there's something called a podcast, and it's like talk radio where we talk about absolutely nothing for 2 hours and people love it. So, if you'd like to come on,
Calm down.
the thing is, imagine if we had him on, it'd be really difficult because you'd have to.
If you do, can I come on with you?
You wouldn't approach the nonsense. You
You'd
just
have
talk
to.
about.
You'd have to.
Because
So, what was going through your mind when you were fiddling with the kids then, Gaz?
When you were fucking underage girls in Vietnam or Thailand or where was he?
I was like Laos or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, something, maybe Malaysia. Yeah, I fucking know.
They all look the same round that way.
Did you ever watch that Channel 4 program? It was not a mockumentary, but it was like false fiction, false. I don't know, what do they call
That's
it?
most of Channel 4.
Oh wow, that's some
Strong.
It was kind of
they
like
have got Hillbilly
it's
Nation
kind
on
of
there,
like an
so.
alternative reality documentary. So like a mockumentary, let's call it that. I think that's what they call it, a mockumentary of the execution of Gary Glitter. So it's in listen. So it's basically in a alternate reality where they've brought back the death penalty after the Soa murders.
Oh, fuck. That dark, is it?
Yes, they've brought back.
I mean, they should have brought it back a long time ago.
So they brought it back for child sex offences.
Yeah.
And he is then put on trial for child sex offences, and they execute him. Like, yeah, and it's really.
Wow, that's the rabbit warren to be going down, isn't it?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I think it's on all four. Let me just check it out a minute.
Okay.
I think everything's on all four.
No, I've watched it. I think I watched
If only
it.
you put your massive TV on the wall, we could watch it now.
Oh yeah, just sit here and watch it like live stream, but
That's it.
just for an audio platform. That would go down well. The execution, is it still on there? Oh no, I don't think it is. I think
Rock
they've
and roll at Christmas.
Dun, 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 dun,
The Execution of Gary Glitter, 2009 film. Yeah, it's there. It is. It's on YouTube. It's on fucking YouTube. It's like the whole thing's like an hour and 16 minutes. Yeah.
It'll be up on the Discord at the end of the night. All
The
right?
Execution of Gary Glitter is a 90-minute television drama produced by blah 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 blah, which follows an imaginary trial and execution and hanging of the former glam rock star Gary Glitter, who has been convicted for possession of child pornography and rape of a minor. There you go. So if you want to look that up, it's on YouTube. It's actually really good. It's really good because it kind of
It's
fuck
really
is that
interesting.
really good?
Really
No, but
interesting.
yeah, but it is. It's well done. It's a good film. I really enjoyed watching it for the
Comedy effect.
yeah, ha ha ha. So no, it actually kind of drives home the we're all in favor of the of capital punishment, but then you actually get to see it and you're like, oh, that's pretty fucking brutal, man. Like, it's pretty fucking brutal. Like
Yeah.
you're actually killing a man. Yeah, no, it's good.
I like to
Some
see
people
about how they managed to edit the Gary Glitter bits in. What was it like off top of the pop
Well,
when he was like
CG.
sat there giving it all that with his fucking hair? Was it what?
With all his hair.
In the dock like that, giving it all fucking
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Da-da-da.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I highly recommend anyone go and watch it.
Treat yourself. Treat the wife. Treat somebody else's wife.
I'll make her
a lot
sit.
more fun when you get caught.
I'll make her sit for it tomorrow. Be like, right, we're going to watch a really good film now
Sit down, love.
about how the imaginary trial of great Uncle Gaza. I know. I thought it was really well done, but that's all I'll put out there. But it's a bloke that plays him, and he's actually looks incredibly like him, and it's scary that the real.
He's in prison now for
Yeah, I
nonsense.
was going to say, you wouldn't want to be that bloke, would you?
No.
Guilty by association. isn't it,
Imagine
really?
going-
Claim to fame. Yeah,
Going for another job
exactly.
on your CV.
Garrett, no.
Play Uncle Gaz. Oh Christ, yeah. So, total switch up of things. Kind of on the same vein. Yeah, family. Gary Glitter. Rolling straight on from that.
Wow, that's a segue mine, isn't it?
Yeah. So the marathon,
stretch.
yeah, it's a stretch, but I'd get there somehow. I just bar this in somewhere.
So, Gabrielle, you're a nonce.
Not
no,
true.
no.
For anyone wondering.
So marathon.
Marathon, yeah, absolutely. It's happening for the second time. So I can't believe I have signed myself up for another.
Your first one, the Dublin Marathon.
Yeah,
I didn't go. The old man went.
2018, 5 years ago now, yeah.
Can you describe to me? I'm pretty sure I remember you saying, I've ran 15 miles. I'm pretty sure I can do 26.
Yeah.
You never actually ran anything over 20, did you?
No. So I genuinely wasn't.
How the fuck do you do
wasn't-
20, you crazy girl?
Honestly,
How the fuck do you 15? It's bad enough on a
she
bike.
was telling me when we all lived together, she was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I was like, I've ran 15 miles. I reckon I can push myself to like 25 and a quarter
she can
or
run
whatever it is.
15 miles, but she's a lazy lover.
Oh, fuck off, GILO!
What's up, baby?
Also,
Take me out to dinner.
Hey,
not true. Okay.
Well, you
But
better up your
anyway,
game a little bit, love. You know what I mean?
Whoa,
Fucking
she put it out there now.
step it up. You know what I mean?
no, I
What's your
genuinely
username on Tinder?
just keep swiping. You'll find me.
Please wait.
No, so my first marathon, I wasn't a runner until I signed up for that. So it was about 10 months before I decided, right, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And I headed into it having done no running. I was in no way a runner of any description. So
I don't mean to be rude, you're my sister. You weren't in shape to be a runner.
No.
At all?
No. Do you ever remember how Mum always used to refer to like overtaking another Land Rover on the motorway as racing elephants? Very much like me running. Okay, yeah, not built for speed. But
That was it. Mum be overtaking a 300 TDI 110 in the V8. Just be like, yeah, I've got a V8, but it's still taking 4 years to get past you.
exactly that. So, yeah, no, I signed up for it in aid of charity. So we decided it would be a great idea to tick something off Mum's bucket list, actually.
That's right.
Thought I'd be the noble child. So,
Yeah,
Mum...
because Reg's done fuck all.
Throw me under the fucking bus.
Well, no, but I'm not being funny. Who was going to run the marathon? I put my hand up for that. All right, okay.
Sure as she ain't that cunt.
To one for the team.
Look at my
Brother
flat
Reg
feet.
is such a lazy fuck, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Look at my flat feet, man. I walk too much. I'm like, oh,
You can walk on fucking water, you cunt. What are you on about?
They wanted to break your feet and realign them.
They did.
All right. They literally
Can
threatened.
I do it?
I tell you what, if there's time, I might go into the feet thing. Actually, what happened with them? But anyway,
All right,
sorry.
Flipper, calm down.
No, yeah. So it was really on a whim. It was on the basis that Mum had it on her bucket list to run a marathon. She never got to do it. So I put my hand up. Yeah, I'm going to run a marathon. I'll do it the once. And yeah, so
I was like, oh yeah, just before me, Gabs. Well done. Yeah, you just picked me to the
yeah.
post.
Your elbow was going up when it, son. You were like,
We'd have to carry the cunt round, wouldn't we?
and I actually, when I was training, only got up to about 10 miles. I had an old injury. I tore my Achilles when I came off a horse when I was 15, and it just flared up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fucking used to me.
Yeah, no, I ripped it through and then got back on the horse, rode the fucker home because he was a little bastard. And
what's it like
then-
being like the male or if you're like between the two of you? Because let's be fair, he's a bitch, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what was that about the little cut on your hand, Tom?
I got more
Anyway.
manual labour in my little finger than you have, Gabrielle.
All right, I put a lot of miles on that office chair, okay? It needs an MOT about once every month. No, so...
What's going on with the office chair? That's sort of set off more questions than answers, really, with that one.
No, anyway, the point is that, yeah, my Achilles flared up and I went to a sports physio and he said, don't run the marathon. And I'm a stubborn bastard. And I was like, right, well, on that basis, I raised about 10 grand at the time as well. And I was
I'm
like,
still running.
what am I going to do? Yeah, just not turn up. No, I'm going to turn up. And if I need to walk it, fine. I'd actually run a half. So I'd done 13 miles prior and I thought, double it. That's manageable, surely.
Easy, innit? Easy.
Yeah.
Well, it's only 13.
It's a headspace thing. Like,
When you're her brother and she says, well, I've done half of it, I was like, I am absolutely behind you, Gabs. I really am.
Do you know, the only way we get you to run the marathon is if we strap like a fucking can of Stella on a bit of string to the front of your head. And maybe 20 Benzes, you know what I mean? Keep going, Reg, you'll catch it.
so
Maybe in a couple of years.
I get to the start line. This is 2018 and Dublin Marathon. Here we go. And I set off and I'm thinking at the end of the day, I've raised about 10 grand. If I have to walk the rest of this marathon, fine, whatever. It's getting it done, isn't it? A lot of people behind me, massive amount of support, doing it for mum. Anyway, I ran, I think it was mile 18. I thought I ran over the halfway mark. I thought, fuck no, I'm a marathon runner.
Doing this?
Bossing this shit.
Sorry, what? I don't know what everyone's complaining about. Got up to mile 18. I thought, okay, yeah, no.
Mo
yeah.
Farah, who?
I'm feeling the pressure, but it's all right. At that point, I slowed down. I had water on board, but I slowed down for a drink. And that was the first time I'd broken my run stride to pick up a bit of water. And I got there, literally picked this cup up, and my legs just turned to lead. And I was like, oh no, this is what happens. This is what people talk about.
This is
I
the
thought,
wall.
no, yeah, just going to keep running. So I got back into a running stride. I'd say I ran another 500 meters. And yeah, it was about mile 19. I just thought, oh my God, this is the wall. This is the wall. But when you get to the wall, when you've got another 7 miles to run, that's a long way. That is a long way. And there's a lot of people running past me and they're in, like world major marathon tops. And I'm thinking, right, okay, it turns out not a marathon runner.
It's upsetting when the bloke with the fucking inflatable rhino suit runs past you, though, isn't it?
Yeah, or the tortoise crawling on the floor, save the tortoises or
that
turtles.
fucking
usually.
prick with the fucking diving fucking
Yeah.
suit on, yeah.
Anyway,
Fucking get over yourself. You know what I
3
mean?
days in.
Anyway, yeah, I like I say, stubborn. I just decided, you know what? This is all in my head. As long as I could put one foot in front of the other,
That's
I'm
it.
going to keep going.
Yeah.
Got back into my running stride. Slow, very slow. But anyway, ended up finishing it in 4 hours 45, I think, something like that. So that was that. Ran that marathon. I thought, right, done. Lovely. Never doing it again. I've done one. I don't need to do another. And then, lo and behold, last year they announced that they were going to put another marathon on in Leeds, which they haven't done for about 18 years, something like that. And it's actually the Rob Burrow Motor Neurone Disease Association marathon. So Rob Burrow, I expect a lot of people have probably heard, famous rugby player, Leeds Rhinos, has motor neurone disease, suffering with it at the minute. And Kevin Sinfield, a captain of the Leeds Rhinos team at the time, played with Rob. He has done an awful lot for the Motor Neurone Disease Association, which of course is what our mum suffered with. So that was why I ran for the first time. And then given the fact this whole marathon is in aid of it, I thought, I'm going to have to fucking do it, aren't I? I was like, shafted. Bollocks. Gonna have to do
There's
it.
no way you're getting out of it.
can't.
You've already. If you hadn't run the first one, you'd be like, "Wow, I'll donate a sizable chunk of change."
That would have been the easy option. That would have been the easy out.
Everyone's be like, "Oh God, there's a marathon in Leeds. Have you heard about it?"
yeah.
It's actually from
Did you do some fundraising for a mental association before that?
Your mum, something like that. Yeah, right. You'd be like, "Fuck."
Bollocks. So yeah,
Hey, look, my mum had MS. I give him a tenner every year. That's me done.
Yeah, better than not giving them the tenner though.
This is true.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. Every little goes a long
if
way.
that bitch is rude to me at Tesco's again, she's not getting the gift aid tick though.
So
Is that the one on the fag counter?
Yeah, a bit of fucker.
Yeah,
you know
fuck
what I mean?
them.
Fuck them.
every time.
Couple of times.
Oh no! Don't tell me that. Not now.
All right, sorry. I've been
Sign up
promiscuous.
for marriage.
I know. All right. I had a life before you, Gabs. I had a life.
I don't want to know. All right, keep it to yourself.
I've got pictures.
Reg, put your hands over your ears.
Sorry,
when your brother and sister argue.
First domestic.
Sometimes I wish there was
It's
video.
good that we got our domestic out of the way now.
I wish there was
Alright.
video sometimes.
Can we just have some we'll just go for the makeup sex straight away, yeah?
No,
Go straight on.
fucking God.
Your style is promiscuous. Anyway.
Come out of the sob story.
Yeah. How do we get back to the X Factor sub story from here now? This is a stretch.
Sub story.
Yeah. You just know I'm gonna be asking you for money. I may as well just put it out there now. But anyway, so yes, Motor Neurone Disease Association doing some fantastic work. They have come an awful long way. There have been a couple of key players that have put the name into the limelight of the disease itself, really putting it on the map. Doddy Weir, Rob Burrow. There's a couple of guys out there at the minute who unfortunately are really suffering, which obviously Tom and I been there, done that.
Yeah.
Watched, a really, really awful.
It's a shit show, isn't it?
Yeah, just horrendous couple of years.
Sorry to interject. Is it genetic, hereditary? Like, how does
It can be. There are a few types of motor neuron disease. Luckily, the model that my mum had,
the V3.
yeah, the type that my mum had is not hereditary. Luckily, because if it was, myself and my sister would have had to have been tested at about 23, I think.
Yeah,
Long time ago.
Yeah, so fuck off. So yeah, luckily, no, it's the type that my mum had was bulbar motor neuron disease, which starts in the throat and then works out. And then there's another type, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Gabs, it starts in the fingertips and works up. And it's two different types. So luckily the one that our mum had, is not hereditary.
How does that... I assume it's not caught.
No.
It's just something that develops within the cells?
Is it like MS? Because MS is it's hereditary and it normally goes to the firstborn.
Really?
Yeah. Because I've got a 35% chance of getting it, whereas my brother's only got like a 0.6% chance.
Cunt.
No, he's a fucking prick.
Fuck him.
No, sorry.
Don't, because you're fucking me. Come on.
Stop! Enough! Jesus.
No, Daddy.
All right, bruv. Yeah, so what it needs is basically, obviously male, female, both carry the gene, and the gene gets activated if they're both there. So
so it's a recessive gene.
Yeah.
At this stage, they don't actually know. So there's
gingivitis.
Not in any way like gingivitis.
What?
He just said the first disease that came to his head. That's what he did.
We're talking about fucking diseases that killed our respective parents. And then he's all like, gingeritis, like that, and it's like,
polio!
No, I think we eradicated that, mate. I'm waiting for the Black Death to make a return.
There's like varying schools of thought, and there is some sort of, I wouldn't go as far as say evidence, but there's some sort of school of thought that thinks that they call it athlete's disease. It's people that have pushed themselves to their limit their whole life, hence why there are quite a lot of rugby players and a lot of people that have, like I say, physically pushed themselves to their limit their whole life. And I'm not going to put one of my punches about it. My mum was one of them. That woman, she fucking worked her ass off her whole life. She worked with my dad on an outdoor pig unit.
slave driver.
Yeah,
is our father.
In the 90s.
So
like that, if anyone knows what outdoor pigs were like, I'm gonna break it down for you guys. Anyone who there's probably no one that's going to understand this, but I'm going to say it anyway. So back in the sort of late 80s, early 90s, I believe, there was something called ADAS. And that ADAS was kind of like the what you don't know what I'm on about?
Right, yeah, no, I do, because ADAS is a new system in cars now.
No, it's not that. No, ADAS was kind of like the John Wick's farming handbook type thing. And it was just sort of meteorological survey / book type thing. I don't know. It was before my time. I only have a vague understanding of it. So there's an ADAS map where it says you can and cannot do outdoor pig farming.
All right.
And there was a big black fucking mark over the top of the Mendips, pretty Charterhouse cheddar where you should not do outdoor pig farming. Where the fuck do you think my mum and dad did pig farming?
Yeah.
In the big black bar where it says you cannot do outdoor.
Do you know what?
Why?
Because of the massive amounts of rainfall and the horrendous weather conditions
The fact that it just basically panned out to be World War III, like the Somme.
It literally
Year round.
was the song.
I remember when the pigs were up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, right? My mum
remember the song.
and dad always told us this story about how when they first moved to Priddy and they went down to the DPRC. What is now the DPRC, formerly known as Cheddar.
Yeah.
They
Cheddar
went down,
Caves.
Cheddar Caves, went down a little, so let's acclimatise ourselves. Let's understand a bit more about where we live. So they went down to Cheddar Caves and they did a little tour on the bus, you know, the little bus.
Oh,
Yeah, went on the bus.
Yeah. Like
And,
open talking.
And they went through and they were like, oh yeah, so this is the river,
Somme.
the little river that runs through Cheddar. Yeah, it's always been clear for years and years, but in the last couple of years, it runs like a brownie red. And my mum and dad looked at each other like, oh my God, we have 600 acres of outdoor pigs on fucking red clay that is just churning it up.
Sidled out the side door, out the back, quietly.
All that runoff was just going straight down into Cheddar and turned the whole fucking river like a pinky, reddy shit brown.
Yeah, but what Mum didn't do in terms of sport, outdoor pursuits, wasn't worth talking about. What was there? Like horse riding, abseiling,
She played for,
caving, rock climbing,
Played for
rugby.
women's tour.
Yeah.
Rugby. She was a horse rider. She was a biker, a caver, huge caver, caved all over Europe. Caved, a massive caver in the UK. She explored Swildens and all the like main caves.
Cave digging as well.
Cave
Some
digging.
really,
Yeah,
really
like one of
dangerous.
those-
yeah.
One of those
That's
weird
not
bastards.
a good idea.
No, it's not at
Cave
all.
diving as well.
Yeah.
No, that's
Okay.
really not a
No.
good idea.
So like
Very
you know when you like you
dangerous.
find a cave in Livestone and people are like, oh, that's a nice cave. My mum would be like, well, if you just dig through that bit, there's more cave behind it. My mum would go down there with a team and dig a cave out.
Fuck that.
Aside from running 4 fucking farms, being a Grebo biker, a horse rider. Grebo, absolute Grebo biker.
Yeah, motorbiked over to France, Ireland, like
She
motorbiked
went
all over.
Yeah,
Mad.
absolutely. One of the women, like one of the people that just absolutely live
Mad.
life to the fullest.
Everything.
Everything,
Fucking
yeah.
fish,
Someone once said to me
Jeez.
that it sounds a bit sort of cliche, but what is it? Something about the brightest lights are
Brightest
extinguished.
stars burn out
Yeah, there we
quickest,
go. That's the
yeah.
one. And she was that because she just lived like flat to the mat.
She was flat to the mat with a party hat.
Yeah, in every gear.
She was, yeah.
But yeah, I know you were
Problem is
saying about
you
the...
sort of listen to that and you think to yourself, fuck me, I sit on my ass, moan like fuck about everything, because it's me, basically, I'm a woman. I've got the tits for it and everything, as well you know.
And the
And,
little burner.
Eh?
And the little burner.
What, the little...
wax melt
wax
burner.
melt.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you about someone else.
It's not a very nice way to talk about Gabrielle.
I'm not saying... She's more of a spinner than anything else. You know what I mean?
Jesus fucking Christ. So 5'10". There's nothing spinner about my sister.
I'm 6'1". There ain't much to her. You know what I mean?
I run a lot, okay.
Not fast enough.
Anyway,
I keep trying to bring it back, and they keep taking it away. They keep taking it away. See,
No, but going back your mum, she's fucking sounded phenomenal.
Oh, she
Absolutely
was
fucking phenomenal, mate.
we had 550 people to Mum's funeral. So she was 47 when she died. She was 45 when she was
age.
diagnosed. Okay, so she was fit as a fiddle. That's basically where you were going with that, I think, Tom. She's fit as you could possibly imagine when she was diagnosed. And it's one of those diseases that just literally sideswipes you because you're looking at someone who's fit as fire. I mean, this woman was handballing cake into 1,500 pigs. We had a
1,500.
We had a farm that was auger fed. Dad did that. Mum handled cake into the pigs.
Dad's like, I'll do the one that's just click a button and turn the augers on. My mother used to go down.
It's covered, Justine.
Used to go in the Evercreation handball fucking feed flat the fuck out. Yeah.
But the day she was diagnosed, even, I mean, she'd been ill for sort of 6 months prior to that. The day she was diagnosed, you're just looking at someone thinking, they give you a 2-year life expectancy.
Yeah,
on
they say 1 to 3 is the general consensus,
Yeah,
but 2.
and like you're looking at someone thinking, well, not possible. Just that's not going to happen. 2 years and a month to near enough to the day after she was diagnosed. We lost her. So Like, it's just, a horrific thing. And for anybody who doesn't know, motor neurone disease is something that they have no cure for, they have no treatment because they don't understand it well enough. It's just a disease that they don't know the reasoning for it. They don't I'm sure there's an awful lot of research going into it right now, like I say, now more than ever.
The more money raised, the more research can be done.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. So, all sort of boils down to the reason why I signed myself up for Leeds on the 14th of May. So that is going to be a hilly marathon. There's going to be nothing flat about it. It's not going to be an easy one, but to be honest, it's one of those that for the time that, it sounds there again, deep and philosophical, but for the time that we are able to use our bodies and get out and do, all that sort of stuff that some people aren't blessed enough to be able to do, all the better. For me, like, I just think running has been a really big part of actually just kind of like a bit of a therapy, really. Like, it's not something that I ever really had any interest in prior to, mum being ill, but it was a couple of years after she died, actually. For me, I just couldn't get my head around the fact that, every time I went into therapy or anything like that, they'd always be wanting to unpack everything and tell you that, let's just go over it again. And I'm like, this person's gone. You can't do anything about it. But actually, it's just a point of focus. It's something to really just concentrate your mind. And for the time that, like I say, I'm no great runner. So for the time that I am out running, every single second of that is fucking hard work. My mind is focused and just concerned about survival and getting me round. So it's been a really fantastic thing for me. So like I say,
First shout
great
to
for
you.
me.
First shout
And
to you.
the whole point of the overall thing being a fundraiser as well. I would hugely appreciate any spare pennies anybody might be able to throw into my Just Giving. Like I say, all going towards a fantastic cause.
I think
that would.
To be fair, this is the first time in 2 years we've ever asked for charitable donations. Am I right, Marlon?
I think you are correct.
I think it is. And I think, I know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there with a lot of charity cases, but myself and Marlon built this platform, so I am absolutely going to abuse it for my own personal gain. So yes, I would.
Well, it's not even your personal gain.
No, it's
is
not
it?
my personal gain, but it's a fucking.
It's for a good fucking cause.
It's a cause close to your heart.
Yeah, and if anyone's got the entitlement to do it, it's fucking me. All
Yes.
right. So I really, if you guys have listened for 2 years, 5 minutes, whatever, I would hugely appreciate you donating anything you can to this cause, because fuck me, it was horrendous. It really was. And if I can just make the slightest improvement through any fucking penny that I can to the Motor Neurone Disease Association, it would be incredible. And like I said, like my sister has made very clear, that she is no runner, and nothing would bring me more happiness than to see her in discomfort. So
True sibling love.
yeah. No, it would mean the world to me, guys. I don't really ask you. I mean, we ask for Patreon, we ask you to buy merch and blah blah blah. But yeah, on a serious note, I would really appreciate it, because this is probably the only cause that is so close to my heart, having lost our mum. That I mean, I'll be honest. I'm never going to ask, me personally, myself. I'm never going to ask you for another penny for a cause like this. So this is the only one. So I'd really appreciate it.
Donate your fucking money now, cunts.
That's the Bob Geldof bit that I need. Just give us your fucking money.
Give us your fucking
Just
money,
Give us
you
your fucking money.
bastard,
It's live aid, wasn't it?
Fucking pricks. Yeah, it
Just
was.
give
You
us your
sound a little bit
fucking money.
Irish there.
He was.
And
he
your
was.
potatoes.
It was.
He was. Bob Geldof was Irish.
Oh.
He did that thing for Live Aid, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just give us your
Your
fucking
fucking
money.
money.
Just give us your money now.
He's got too much money. Fuck the cunt.
The only thing I would say, I don't want to get too deep and anything kind of drastically into this, but something that Motor Neurone Disease Association are doing at the minute, which is fantastic, they've brought in the last couple of years, which I know for a fact Tom and I would have been so grateful for to have during mum's illness and after she died, was that they do this thing called voice banking now. So motor neurone disease takes away the ability to speak. Yeah, so our mum lost her voice really early on before she was even diagnosed, and that was really kind of like the catalyst that that's how we knew that there was something serious going on. Takes away people's ability to communicate. So for for Mum, that was a massive thing. She was we've said it before, but a huge socialite, just like talk. And it was
The woman that would talk to anyone on the tube.
Yeah,
Put it out.
that's the one.
And nobody talks to people on the tube.
And
Justine.
it's something that Tom and I really, really miss about our mum is her voice, because she was ill for 2.5 years before she died. She lost her voice 2.5 years before that, and it just means that you really forget just the essence of somebody's being, and that all comes through that communication thing. So voice banking means that people with motor neuron disease are not only able to communicate in their time left on this planet through a computerized synthetic voice system, but also that those who are left behind, and there are some really tragic stories of young families, young children that are left behind, and they don't actually have that much time with a parent that has a voice that they remember, but that's something that they're able to have as a.
But the young children, I can't remember what Mum sounds like.
Yeah.
Even when Mum was in her last few months, I remember myself and Dad having a conversation saying, I don't remember. Dad said, I don't remember what my wife sounds like, and I said, I haven't got a fucking clue what Mum sounds like, what her voice was like, and it was only. God, I reckon it was about 2 months ago that somebody dug out some old footage, and Mum said about 3 words on some VHS to DVD to you videoed it on your phone. And I said to you, that's the first time I've heard my mum's voice in a decade. And it's fucking... So if anyone can be given that gift...
Truly fantastic. So stuff like that they're doing, like I say, working towards a cure, fantastic, but also all the little stuff and supporting families and networks who are affected by it. It's all going towards a fantastic
Fair
cause.
shout, yeah.
Yeah. So I think myself and Marlon will try and work out some sort of, we're recording this about 3 weeks in advance, so we will probably try and work out some sort of just giving thing on Instagram, like a fundraiser type job that's somehow linked to you, Gabs. If not, it'll be on Instagram, it'll be everywhere that you listen to the podcast. It will definitely be in the episode description. So
it'll be on your running top.
Well, I was going to say,
I totally forgot. Thank you, Marlon.
Might be the chance that, I'll be wearing a very flamboyant, vibrant.
So I basically said, Gabrielle mentioned this to me, and I said, well, speaking on behalf of the podcast, we are going to sponsor you. We're going to sponsor you. And do you know what?
We got this.
We will design your running top.
Which I am so incredibly grateful for.
And we will have some good slogans, some hilarious slogans. So I can't wait for the pictures to come. And we're also gonna pay for a pair of pit vipers for you to run in as well.
Amazing.
So you are absolute scumbags.
I've got a slogan for it already. Soon to be Mrs. Tunstall.
I was thinking along the lines of I'm running away from my problems.
I'm wearing the stalking weird fat bloke.
Yeah, so guys, I don't want to sound too fucking baggy or too preachy, but personally, for me, this is the only thing that I will ever want you to give to for my personal sake. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you could dig deep, anything you can. It would mean the world to me because, you've listened to me for 2 years, and this is really the only thing that lies super close to my heart is losing my mum and just...
So basically, yay! You said your fucking money, you cunt.
Thanks, Charlie. You always save me when I sort of run out of words.
That's all right, mate. Just fucking give the money. What the
Did you
fuck?
see me there twiddling with my headphone lead, not knowing what to say?
Mate,
and
it's
just getting
all
all
right.
fucking
It's all right.
twisted.
It's all right.
There's not a lot of times in this podcast where I'm sort of lost for words. I'm
No,
like,
it's all right.
No, there's
fucking-
definitely not.
No, so there you go. I really
Just give the fucking money. Stop fucking about. Get on with it. Don't worry about Patreon. Fuck Patreon off.
Thank
Don't worry
you.
about getting the fucking merch. Just give the money Gabs, innit?
Do you have
It's as simple
your
as fuck.
own fundraising page?
Yeah, so I've got a Just Giving, and that is on my Instagram, on my Facebook, but hopefully you'll be able to share that.
We'll link it, share it.
And also, it does have a link to my Strava. So between now and the 14th of March, you will be able to watch me slog my guts out and have no social life between now and then while I stick to a 16-week training plan.
I'll be running behind it with a camera.
Yeah.
No.
How many miles are in a marathon again?
26.2.
Fuck.
Jesus.
26.2. And
That's an undertaking, isn't it?
I don't know whether to say this out loud because then I will have to be accountable, but I am hoping to run it under.
Yeah,
I'll
wouldn't.
say.
I wouldn't.
I'll
Why
say-
fuck yourself?
Yeah,
Why
don't
fuck
fuck
yourself
yourself.
I'm
with
going to
that?
say 4.5 because that leaves me a bit of wriggle room. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a
Fuck
good
me, I
time as well.
I couldn't drive that in 4.5 fucking hours. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, there's a big long hill in the middle of it. Who does that in the middle of it? But it's going to end
Wankers.
at Headingley Stadium, and yeah, for anybody who's up that way, actually, that would be fantastic. If anybody,
Well, it's either I
wanted to-
think it's either between obviously me and Dad run the farm, so it's either me, one of us that'll be there. I'm hoping it's going to be me because
All you northern cunts, shut up and fucking help her out, all right?
yeah, wherever Headingley Stadium is, hopefully you all know Leeds somewhere. I don't know.
if we could all position ourselves along the route with hunting horns.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
honestly,
Not that I give a shit about
fantastic.
hunting, but it'd just be funny to blow it.
by that time, I've probably already built the wall.
Fuck off.
Where's the wall going?
So we got one in Scotland. We got one down blocking Devenoff.
Yeah,
we've got a
from
little
Cornwall.
corridor from Curnow. Basically, we're enclosing the mendips in a wall.
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It'd be like one run the DPRC, then it'd be one run like Mendips.
Yeah.
So it'd be like,
Well, DPRC once you've taken over Webmore.
yeah. Go for Blackford.
Little
Take,
extension.
take Glasgow on as well.
Oh no!
I reckon we could push away to Bridgie.
Leave Bridgewater out.
No.
they got-
Stop shitting on
they got-
Bridgewater.
they got-
No, we've
They
got,
got
to
a good
cleanse
McDonald's.
Bridgewater.
Cleanse.
They got a good McDonald's though.
Have they?
They have.
Have they really?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
they have.
Have
Yeah.
they really?
Yeah,
Oh no, I've never been in there.
Spent a lot of money there, but yeah.
Spent a lot of money
A lot of
there back in the day.
I keep getting fucked over by Taunton Dean. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Bastards.
You pick your
And the
fights,
little
mate.
woman who got
Oh,
engrossed in a bear hug.
She was appreciative of the cuddle. You don't want sort
Some-
of like you're cuddling somebody and you go let go and they don't,
Oh,
and it's like,
Mate, I
oh, we're still here, are we?
feel like you probably saved someone.
I hope I did. I hope I
I'm
did.
just dying in your arms tonight.
Yes, you did, love.
Must
Stop.
have been
That's enough.
something you
That's
said.
enough. That's
Go on, my
enough.
love.
Thank you. Thank you. Right.
Should we sing that at the beginning? Like, so we'll do like a little couples duet thing at the ceremony.
I
shall we?
like
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah, I like
you know, you
it.
start, I'll
Ceremony.
stay.
Whoa. Hang on a minute.
Hold tight.
I'll get the fucking.
Think of the babies.
I'll get the prenup written out right now. Right, I think we're fit to boogie, Marlon.
I just want a little shout out to Kevin Biggs, Ed Curtis, Sam, and Adam Gaze.
Shout out to you guys. Thank you for ordering merch within the episode.
Remember, please order merch. Please get it out of my house.
I love how this is the sales pitch now.
It's filled up 2 rooms and a little bit in the living room now.
Oh no, it's spread like a virus. Right, before we square off, massive shout out to the Auto Mover. I don't really know how to segue into this. All I can say is that time is fucking precious. So if there's something you don't want to do, get someone else to do it. That's all I'll say. You know, just fucking make the most out of it. Get the Auto Mover to sort your shit out for you. Don't just if you can't be fucking bothered, just get your man here to
Life is short, the world is wide.
Boom. There you go.
Exactly that.
And all I have to say is, hey, Sam.
Right, and remember to rate us 5 stars on Spotify, Apple Music. Follow us on YouTube in the Doghouse Podcast, and we also have TikTok now. I've done some TikToks. They are ITDH Podcast.
There you go.
Do it.
Follow it, rate
Pussy.
us, all that good shit. We really appreciate it. So yeah, just before we finish, yeah, I don't really know what more to say about it. My mum died of it. I don't want anyone else to have to suffer through it. So anything you can give will really help to that. So
Let's put some money into it.
yeah, myself and Marlon are gonna fucking probably drain the Doghouse fund.
Fucking get it done.
Yeah,
No,
fuck it.
so-
We don't
so
need the money.
appreciated.
Fuck it. Yeah.
And the more I think about it as well, actually, I've said it before, but monetary or emotional support is hugely, hugely appreciated. So yeah,
I'll give you a cuddle, love, as well.
if anybody is able to come to the finish line or be anywhere en route in Leeds on the 14th of May, it is a fantastic thing to hear someone shouting your name when you are
brilliant.
feeling like you've done 20 miles and you don't have anything more to give.
or
Or-
if you send us a DM, I don't know, would it work like that? Probably. We could. Can we do that? I don't know. We could probably work out something where you send us a DM and just say, "This is a voice note for Gabby," and then we could forward them all to you,
Oh yeah. And
So
I
when
could-
you're
Because you're
that's a
running,
good
headphones
idea.
in,
Yeah,
just-
yeah. Because I
yeah.
did a playlist last time. Asked for recommendations on a playlist. So yes, that would be fantastic.
we can get some words of
Anything we could-
support going. So yeah,
Yeah.
We get some Luke Coombs in there as well.
yeah, that's all I say. I don't write.
Drop 'em in.
I suck with emotional stuff. So yeah, I just really appreciate it,
No,
guys. Anyway,
thank you for having me on with the sob story. Cause
No,
it's never
no,
an
not
easy
a
one,
sob story at all.
It's
No.
not a sob story.
It's not a sob
Appreciated.
story.
it's important. It's
Yeah.
our podcast.
Get it
It's
fucking
our
done,
mum.
innit?
So yeah,
No, thank you very much.
Right. Without any further ado, I've been Reg.
I've been Marlon.
I've been Joe Lonis.
And I've been Gabrielle.
Right, and we'll catch you on the next one, everyone. Yep. Hey! Every time. I think you've blown my left speaker.